Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, a role-playing podcast. Normally we are a D&D podcast, but today things are going to be a little bit different. We are a standalone episode podcast, so you can listen to any of these episodes in any order you want. If you listen to this episode on its own, it's going to be very different from the rest, but you'll figure out why that is in a couple of seconds. We are going to be playing Mothership today, which is a space horror RPG. So first off, a little bit of a content warning. Mothership is a game designed for mature audiences. It contains violence, foul language, some sexual content, and depictions of mental illness, trauma, stress, and panic. They may not be suitable for all audiences. Please be advised when listening.
There will also be adult language.
That was included in there. Alright, with that out of the way, we are gonna get right into it. Computing error detected. Artificial gravity failure in 5, 4, 3. A large gloved hand slams into the console a couple of times. Computing error resolved. Artificial gravity failure prevented. Thank you for your assistance, Captain Price. I swear to all the policymakers in the sky. If I have to put in another maintenance request for that gravity unit, I'm gonna freaking kill someone. Oh, looks like we're almost there. Alright. A heavily built female captain pushes a couple of buttons on a console, and a speaker in the mess hall crackles to life. Alright, listen up there, you slackers. This is Captain Price speaking. We are approaching the CDE bulkhead. Get your asses in gear and prepare for docking in 50 minutes. Price out. The camera pans through the mess hall, revealing several individuals. First up, we got Corporal Cordelia Mcready. Please introduce yourself, tell us something about your character and what you are doing aboard the ship.
Well, hey, y'all. I'm Corporal Cordelia. I'm a sweet little soccer mom of a colonial marine. I've been here a little while. I'm in my dress blues and just decked out for essentially parade duty here as I clean up my spot. And it looks like some of the engineers left a little mess on their stations, so I've been cleaning up their mess trays and things and getting everything all nice and tidy so it's presentable for if the captain should stroll through and issue an inspection.
All right, the company appreciates that there's at least someone on board that's cleaning up after themselves. Next up, we got the CRUD Android unit. Please introduce yourself, tell us something about your character and what you are doing aboard the ship.
Well, the CRUD stands for Cybernetically Really Useful Dude, or you can call me Dr. Crud the Third for short, if you prefer. I stand about 7 feet tall. I am a shiny silver, think bender with a Cylon eye. I do have the compartment in my chest to store things, and I also am powered by alcohol. So that is what I'm doing right now, is I'm sitting down here looking Cordelia right in the eye thinking, is that the body I want to transfer digital mind into? Because that is my goal, while drinking and charging my fuel cells.
Excellent. Now we know where all the liquor and other fluids in the ship are going to. All right.
Right down my gullet.
And finally, we have William Erden. Please introduce yourself, tell us something about your character and what you are doing aboard the ship.
I'm William Erden, pronounced scientist and lover of all alien life. I'm very tall and very pale, and I very rarely leave my quarters, which also double as my scientific area. I do have a bunk somewhere in the ship, but I've never been there. I'm currently vivisecting a small rat-like alien and delicately organizing their organs for further observation.
Well, that probably doesn't violate any health safety rules. All right, you are all aboard the CDE Icarus, your own personal light transport ship, and you are en route to another ship. You apparently have 50 minutes before docking. In the middle of the mess hall, there's a table with a console on it that displays the letters job description in a green lit button. What would you all like to do, and is there anything you would like to do to prepare for docking?
Well, Dr. Crud's just going to drink.
William will finish up what he was doing, cut it a little bit short, and then look at the alien still on the table. He puts a little seatbelt over it and goes, "Now don't go anywhere. I'll be back for you very soon." And I blow it a little kiss as I just make sure everything's closed and like in its place so they don't shake around in the cabinets, and just do like the actual docking procedure for the science bay.
Yeah, I feel like Cordelia would know more about whatever is required of her before docking. Is there someplace I'm supposed to report to guard whatever entryway, or...
What you know is that in case of docking, normally when you're traveling on the ship, all your more dangerous belongings, such as weapons or heavy tools, are stored in this tool room that also functions as a weapon storage. Normally you would have a look at either the job description or look up some information about the ship you are docking to, or if you're going to a station, the station you are docking to. Unless you are knowingly going into a combat situation, there's no procedure for anyone guarding the airlock.
Cool.
Because we're assuming it's a friendly ship.
Cool. Yeah, I'll check the job description.
You gonna push the little green button?
Of course.
All right, push the little green button.
Why have a Marine if you're not going to push the button?
Marines are good at pushing buttons.
Well, we have our first button push of the game. Let's see what happens. So, you push the button titled Job Description, and the screen lights up with a green light, first displaying the CDE logo. CDE, Consent Dairy Enterprises. With a small slogan under that, all our products now contain up to 6% real dairy or comparable animal fluids. CDE, do the right thing. Consent. And then the screen fills with text that reads the following. Current active job. Fly the CDE Icarus towards the CDE Bulkhead, a large transport ship. Dock at airlock C7 while the bulkhead is in transit. You will be met at the airlock by one of the cargo managers to take over transport of a standardized light graph box. There is a barcode included in this description that you can use to confirm the identity of the box. The box is to be transported by the Icarus to Cloud 9, an upper atmosphere colony for the wealthy, while the bulkhead continues on its supply run towards Kelmar Station, an asteroid-based supply station that is centered on the crossroads of several busy trade routes.
So it sounds like we're doing a cargo transfer. Mm-hmm. Call me when it gets interesting.
William is leaving his the science bay and hears the word cargo transfer and then turns around and just takes a big huff of some medical grade gas and then exhales, hangs his head, and turns back to walk back in. He hates the banality of his job. There's just a really good science bay on this ship.
Cecilia, you got this this cargo transfer, right? We can count on you. Nobody else got to do it, right? You good?
I believe so. I've got the barcode of the inventory to be taken, and should be right as rain.
You're a big tough Marine. You can handle any crap, right?
Oh, of course I can. I have been trained in over 19 ways of combat.
All right. Well, just call me if you need a surgery.
Well, I shouldn't hope so, but if I end up with a pinched finger or some such, I'd be glad for you to do some work on me, Dr. Crud. Thank you.
Just remember, Klingon parts are universal.
Willy has walked over to a console and would like to make a check, but then just kind of yells back to that, I'm also doing some interesting work in xenografting, so I could, stick some slime on you. And again, he's saying this without making eye contact to, anyone in particular. And he's, hunched over almost like a U shape or an upside-down umbrella handle, typing away at this keyboard. Can I use my archaeology or exobiology check? I mean, either one of those to determine if there's any aliens or potential for xenomorphs on this planet.
Well, you are not approaching a planet. You are approaching a large transport vessel.
Oh, that's right. And then we got to go to the asteroid.
But since it's a CDE licensed ship, just like yours, you have access to CDE's basic records, so you can look up the name of the ship and see if it's, connected to aliens in any way, if you want.
I guess if I could just broaden the scope, just taking into account our entire mission of this, cargo, whatever, just check the whole thing for any potential for aliens.
All right, sure. You access the console and you look up the name of the ship and any information you can find about that. Since you are not accessing the CDE bulkhead itself, but just the general records about that, with your current level of clearance, all you're able to get out of that is that the CDE bulkhead is a licensed ship for Consent Darius Enterprises. It's been on the payroll for at least a couple decades. So it's a kind of an old ship, and it's normally used to transport either base mechanical components or more high-class manufactured parts. It does not seem to traffic in, aliens or xeno artifacts. It just seems to be a pretty regular, large freighter.
What's the matter, Willy? Are you suspicious of this ship? I can hack in and see what they're transferring over to us.
No, I just am checking to see if this is going to be boring as fuck or not. And it looks like it is. And then William pouts, like, in a chair. And, like, kind of holds his hand out toward Crud with, like, puppy dog eyes.
Crud puts a drink into his hand.
He slugs it back, gives him a smile, and, like, I got you back next payday, and hands it back to him.
And then Dr. Crud hugs him.
Aww.
And as William slams back that drink, your eyes glaze over one of the other government or company slogans that's on the wall that says, "An unspoiled mind is a hard-working mind."
Do I have a Sharpie?
You certainly do.
I write ass over, like, the... So it's... what was it? Say it again.
An unspoiled mind is a hard-working mind.
An unspoiled ass is is a hard-working ass. Give a thumbs back to it, like, got him.
Yeah, there's company slogans in every room on this ship, and a lot of them have been sharpied over the years.
Yeah, Dr. Crud has probably done quite a bit of it himself.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do before you reach the other ship?
Aside from the captain, how many other people are on the ship with us?
How many awake people?
You are a 4-man crew. This is a light transport vessel. So besides you three, it's just the captain. And of course, King, the ship's AI.
So we have an AI, a captain, two scientists, both of the medical grade, and a Marine.
Yep. And you're hauling cargo.
Dr. Crud would like to hack into the other ship's systems to see what's inside the box.
With your knowledge about hacking, you know that you would, at the very least, need to access either a terminal on the bulkhead itself, or more like a centralized mainframe for CDE. Your terminal on your own ship does not have the capacity to infiltrate the systems of the bulkhead.
Well, then I won't do that.
Yeah, but you can do it, if you're on that ship, for sure.
Is there no space internet? That's a valid question.
There's got to be space internet.
It's super slow. It's dial-up.
Oh, no. Screw that, man.
So you mean we get the picture in 3 weeks?
Just watching schematics download like, ooh, come on.
Oh, that circuit, baby, that circuit.
Oh, man. Look at the telemetry.
And as the three of you sit around a terminal watching a schematic fill in line by line by line, while a dial-up tone keeps ringing in the background, you hear the captain once again over the speaker. All right, you slackers, we have reached the CDE bulkhead. We are now docking to airlock C7. Whatever you gotta do it fast. And you hear some mechanical cranking sounds and then a light thud as the ship docks to the other ship.
Cordelia straightens up as she hears slackers and looks down at her patch on her jacket that says #1 worker. And she straightens herself up and really hopes that the captain doesn't think she's actually a slacker. That would be terrible.
And as you look around the mess hall, you see that probably on Cordelia's request, you have a small section cornered off that says Employee of the Month, and it's been Cordelia for 8 months in a row now.
Crud pushes the communications button. Captain, what the hell are you wanting us to do?
You hear a crackle and a groan. You literally have the job description on the terminal. It's, as far as I can tell, it's very basic. Do you really need me to explain more about it?
Yes.
I wasn't here. It sounded boring, so I didn't come.
That's the groan the captain gives you. She's like, well, as we have done 100 times before, it's a very simple dock and snatch. Probably someone wants some personal cargo being transferred off ship before it gets to the docking station where all the, custom agents and inspections are. So we can deliver it where to the colony itself where there's less inspection for private ships. You know how these rich folks are.
So, rifling through or no rifling through?
Yeah, how much are we allowed to steal?
I'm sure you all know that company policy says that we do not open any of the crates we transport. But I'll be here in the cockpit, so not my responsibility.
Oh, Willy, that means we can take whatever the hell we want. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
We gotta go get that stuff before Cecilia does that do-gooder.
I'll bring you a watch. And I yell that to the captain.
I'm okay. I don't need any potentially stolen items.
Oh, yes, no, I'll buy it at the gift shop. Like, give him the finger and go, come on, Cordelia. You're lagging.
Cordelia needs to stay here. It's just me and you. Cordelia's
No, she's
do-gooder.
waiting. She went like immediately to that door and has been waiting there for the last like 10 minutes for docking so that she could receive the cargo and put it where it needs to go. Number one worker.
Damn it.
Hey, Cordelia, we're going to steal a bunch of stuff. Do you want to come?
What? No, of course not. We can't go stealing from these fine folks. They just paid us to take on the job. Did you not read the description? It didn't say anything about popping it open and taking a look and taking whatever suits your fancy.
Cordelia, I heard there was an intruder alert in the engine room. You need to go check it out. It's the Marine on board.
There was no such thing.
There was. You need to go look. I swear.
Intruders in the engine room? How did they get there?
They
passed down Corridor C right past you, and you didn't stop them?
Exactly, because we're not Marines. You're the Marine.
Yeah. Do you know how many times I've seen men with guns on our ship, and I'm just like, not my problem. I don't even lock my door.
You need to go down there now.
It's fine and dandy for you to not lock your door. I sure wish you'd close it on occasion, though.
Look, man, sometimes there's a lot of toxic gases, and I need to vent them into the entirety of the ship. Otherwise, I might get sick.
Well, I do agree that it's sickening, and perhaps we should agree to agree there.
All right, look. I don't know. I lost my plan.
Go get the intruder, Cordelia. Go get the intruder.
We both know there ain't no intruder. I'm going to take this cargo, and it's going to go safe and sound into our cargo hold.
Yeah.
Now, that's just the end of it.
Good.
All right. Well, the intruder's on your ass.
All right. As you are standing around discussing in front of the airlock, a screen lights up with a pixelated image of a gentleman in a butler outfit. This is, you know this as the representation for King, the AI system. And he addresses William like, may I remind you, sir, that any produced toxic gases are against policy, byline, and health code. I would recommend that you either install a vent system or keep your door closed.
He wants you put in a butt plug.
So I have a portable computer terminal, which I would like my personal version of King. Because, like, while I might have helped design it or whatever, it does stand for, well, I guess we're a corporate, so not, knowledge interface non-governmental. So it's like a lot of my personal files that are almost like entirely illegal. So like there's no way in hell I have it uploaded to the main ship. So I'll call it like King 2 or the like, you know, the Black King, like a chessboard.
The wannabe king?
Yeah. The Little King. Or Prince. Prince isn't bad. Well, that's a different acronym.
Oh, Prince. I like Prince. Yeah. Prince.
Prince. Portable, replicated, interface, non-corporate entity. I think I spelled Prince
Beautiful.
right.
There it is. Yeah, that's good. That's
Pretty good.
Cool. So, yeah, I have that one loaded up, and I just roll my eyes at it and go like, this guy.
And you see an image of a man dressed in a purple suit who is singing some musical tones. Like, yeah, man, he got no flair.
I love classical music, so I'm a big fan of Prince.
Is Prince classical music?
Is this in the future?
In the future.
Yeah, thank you. There it is.
Even our music now would be classical music then.
All right. Well, the ship is docked, so if you want, you can enter the airlock and go to the other ship. I'm not hearing anyone going to the tool room to pick up some weapons, so that's a great idea. All right, so what do you guys want to do?
I don't have a gun, and I don't know how to use a gun. So why would I have a gun?
I do. It's in my compartment.
That's right, I forgot you have a compartment.
Do we need to use it?
No, I just was gonna do some low-level stealing, just like try to get into somebody's bunk and like take their socks and stuff. Just like,
Okay.
this is gonna be really boring if we're just gonna do our job.
All right. Well, while Cecilia does the cargo transfer, me and you, we're going to sneak on the other boat, and we're going to rob the shit out of them.
Yeah. I go, Prince, get ready to upload, if we see a juicy node somewhere. I bet you somebody's got to know something about an alien.
You got it, brother.
Yeah, as soon as we dock with the other ship and the airlock opens up, Cordelia will go and, I don't know if it's on like a dolly or whatever. What kind of cargo are we looking at?
All right. As you enter the airlock, it's one of those that's like a 20 meters. That's like 60 feet for the other side of the world. Long, semi-transparent tubes that connects the two ships. You get a nice little look out into the void of space. And you can also see the outside of your own ship, where there's an image of a man with wax wings flying towards a sun. You get to the other end of the airlock, where the airlock doors are closed. Looking through them, you don't see anyone on the other side, but there is the handle for manual opening on it. So you can just open the airlock if you want.
Yeah, open it up.
You first.
Sure, she'll open it up.
I will, help push the cart. Willy doesn't think Cordelia is a nerd. Purely doesn't get why she doesn't goof off at her job, so just continues to invite her. And also, your opening scene is so much funnier when you're like, I'm cleaning up the plates for the crew, knowing it's just us.
Yeah, she's cleaning up all your empties and all that crap.
Yeah, you got an android sitting right across from you, just drinking up a storm. You got Willy out in his lab, never leaves the place, so you're only cleaning up after yourself and the android.
Yep.
And the captain sometimes, but the captain is slightly tidier than...
Yeah.
Oh, the captain's the captain. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
She.
Sorry.
I have a reminder set in Prince to tell me to come out of my room at least once a week to remind people I'm not dead. And it usually takes about 5 minutes. I just walk around the ship and go, not dead. Not dead, everyone. Not dead. Sorry about the smells. And then,
Yeah, you got to shower once in a while, dude.
Okay, there's a hose. There's a sink in the science bay, and also I'm cultivating a germ garden in my navel.
Oh.
By that smell, I believe it.
William uses the eye wash station as a shower.
Yeah.
When it's working.
I mean, it's working. You just only get 10 liters of water each month to use it because company guidelines says that waste not, want not. Waste not, do not want a pay cut.
More like waste ass, want ass.
All right. So you have Cordelia manually opens the airlock on the other ship, and you are faced with an empty hallway where a grav box should be, and also a cargo manager, but they are both not there. All you see is an empty hallway. There is a terminal on the wall that controls the airlock doors. It's clean, it's well maintained, but it's empty.
She'll kind of ceremoniously knock on the bulkhead and knock, knock. We're expecting a cargo delivery. And
Ding, ding.
read out whatever the denomination on the cargo box is for reception. Here's her voice kind of echo.
Yeah, you read it out and it just echoes through the hallway, but there's, as far as you can tell, nobody to either hear what you're saying or receive it.
Do I have comms of some kind?
That depends. Do you have comms?
I
I
have
don't
Prince.
Do you have a hazard suit or something like that?
Nope, just my dress uniform.
Then you do not have comms.
No, she'll kind of look back at William Erden and shrug.
Open the door.
Yeah, check the door, and then I'm going to use my portable computer terminal, which I imagine would function basically like a smartphone, right? It's like our ship's computer, but like portable.
Oh yeah, the computer that controls the airlock has connected to the CD Icarus as well, and through that you can connect to it as well. So within the direct vicinity of the airlock, you can freely communicate with Icarus.
Cool. So I just started doing like hailings, but like it's the equivalent of just ringing a doorbell really fast. I'm like, just see if it's unlocked.
Yeah, no, I opened it up.
Oh, you got it open?
Yeah, the airlock is open. You're in the airlock compartment of CD Bulkhead.
We're talking about for the other ship. We've already walked across trying to get into the other ship.
Well, are we on the other ship?
Yeah, Cordelia opens the
Yeah, I'm at the main ship doorway.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're on the other ship?
Yeah, you are there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do we see? We're looking around.
Yeah, I missed that too.
I thought we were still in the airlock.
Nope, made it to the other side, opened the door, and you saw an empty hallway where a graph box and a cargo manager should be. And only thing of note is a terminal on the wall that controls the airlock doors normally, and it's quite clean and well maintained, maybe in comparison to your ship.
I would like my move to stand and just continue to hail them.
Right, sure. Yeah, you send a signal to the system of the CD bulkhead, and you hear in the distance a couple of speakers like repeating your hailing message. You don't know how far into the ship this reaches, but probably in the direct vicinity at the very least, you're accessing the speaker system.
Dr. Crud's just going to yell out, "Hello, anybody here?"
No response. Dead
How
silence.
big is the ship that we're docked with? The bulkhead?
Well, being the diligent worker that Cordelia is, I imagine she had, looked up what kind of class ship this is. The CDE bulkhead is a Megalodon-class corporate freight hauler that is also licensed by CDE. It is a very large ship. Imagine a large, fat space whale with multiple cargo holds. You can walk for pretty much miles inside this ship.
Cool. So it wouldn't make much sense to her to just go looking around, probably. She's likely to get lost. If you're not finding anything ringing the doorbell, maybe we should check in with the captain? Let him know they're late?
I had this thought. We don't like the captain very much. Maybe we should
I
just
love the
say,
captain.
ain't nobody there.
Wait.
Since nobody's here, the three of us just take this ship and leave the captain by himself.
I need to see the science bay first, and I will hold
As
off
a colonial marine, that sounds a lot like mutiny.
No.
It is not, because we're not taking over his ship. We're taking over this other one that has nobody.
I think technically it's like going AWOL.
I think both are mutiny because the company owns both ships. I don't want any part of this. And Dr. Crud, I think you maybe need a nap or something. That doesn't sound like productive talk. How does that help the company?
Cordelia,
I don't sleep.
Cordelia, don't cuss, first of all.
I'm sorry. I do get very agitated. Wow.
You're a little hot right now, Cordelia.
You're right. I'll count to 5.
Crud, I also am not, like, Captain lets us slack really hard. So, like, I'm pretty cool. If there's nobody here, let's just rob it, like, really good. But also, this is way too big of a ship for us to pilot. I mean, we could try to sell it. Oh, go ahead.
Tell you what, I will go into this terminal and I'm going to see if I can do a scan for life signs to see if there's even anybody here. Does that sound good?
Why don't you do that, and I'll check in with the captain and see if maybe she has comms that can reach their captain.
If we can't reach... No, the captain's an idiot.
We don't know that. Maybe they're just late, or somebody failed to wake up from hypersleep or something.
Cordy.
The captain makes us do stuff. No, idiot.
Just so you guys know,
I love to do stuff.
For as long as you've flown with Captain Price, he has been, quite capable, So,
You still always hate the captain.
That's fair. But it sounded more like a personal opinion than this, what actual experience was.
Cordelia will jog back across the kind of gangplank and see if she can radio captain from our side on the Icarus and let them know that, hey, nobody's answering the door. There's no cargo.
All right.
All right,
And
good to see she's gone.
Crud is going to use the terminal, I'm assuming.
Yes, he's going to hack into it.
All right. So first we're going to do the captain. The captain responds back on the comms like, "Oh no, that was fast. Did you get the cargo yet?"
Yeah, Captain, nobody's answering the door. There's no cargo. There's no cargo manager. We called out. There's nothing. Willy Murden was pinging everybody, and we could hear the echoes of his comms checks. But yeah, nobody's there. I got to tell you, it's just giving me the willies. So I thought maybe you could hail him.
Oh God. All right. Well, give me a sec. All right. It's quiet on the line for about 30 seconds, and then the captain chimes back in. I've tried hailing them 2 times now. I don't get a response from their captain. I mean, might be nothing. Is that I don't see any error readings, so the comms should be operational, and I don't see any mechanical readbacks that are faulty. So the ship should be fine. Maybe the captain's just having lunch or something. Just all right. Get a look for go and look for that freaking box. I don't want to leave this. Let this job pass us by. It's good money for a very simple job. So come on, let's get to it.
Yeah, of course, Captain. And she'll trot on back.
All right.
Good to see she's back.
Crud, you are exiting the terminal. So before you even have to do any hacking, you can access a little bit of information just from the get-go. Since you are a company employee, all company employees have level 1 access to all CDE licensed terminals, which gives you some basic information about the ship you're on. It tells you that this ship has a standard crew capacity of 800. It doesn't tell you how many there currently are or already are. That's more advanced information. You know that the ship has 4 separate cargo holds, with 3 of them reading as full and 1 of them reading as empty. And also there is a barcode scanner for the barcode that you receive from your job. That's the basic information you can access without hacking.
All right, guys. So without hacking, which I'm definitely going to do, we know that there's a crew of 800. So the 3 of us ain't doing jack shit. So we're not taking this boat.
This is like exactly why I don't leave my lab. Like, this is supposed to be the most boring job, and now there's 800 missing people. I just yell like, "Bulkhead sucks!" down the hall. Like,
you also have to be social, Willy, every once in a while. That's what I keep trying to do for you.
And I keep telling you, peer reviewing your papers is social.
And that's why you keep getting the hose.
You don't know your, like, my space internet friends, okay? I go on when I'm in my lab, I'm talking with my friends.
All right, well, Cordelia says the captain wants to stay in box. There's like 800 missing people or 800 dead people. You like dead people, I like dead people. We can go get stuff, and we can steal a lot of shit. You like stealing shit. So while Cordelia looks for this box, we can steal shit, and I'm going to hack this terminal, see if we can get a better reading on shit.
I do like stealing shit.
Thank you.
Cordelia,
also, to be fair, knowing the size of the ship, it's quite possible that 800 people are just spread around the ship. It's large enough that you can probably walk around for like 10-15 minutes before you encounter anyone, even with an 800-man crew. So it's not that weird that there's nobody here.
Okay.
Within sight.
Cordelia...
Logic... Oh, sorry. Go.
I just wanted to check in with Cordelia while you're hacking. And be like, "Are you okay, Go?"
Yeah, she'll kind of wave from down the this kind of 60-foot gangplank as she trots up in perfect military form.
You're gonna have a fucking heart attack, Cordelia.
Incorrect. Dr. Crud ran my vitals last week, and I'm in the 12th percentile for peak human beings.
Oh, she's as healthy as a Vladimir.
Oh, those are very healthy.
He keeps saying it. I don't know what it means. He even showed me a picture, and it didn't mean anything to me. Anyway, Captain says I'm supposed to find that piece of cargo and bring it back, and we can get on out of here. This place gives me the creeps. I don't know about y'all.
I am hacking right now to figure out where the hell it is and to see if anybody's here, because hopefully I get the sensors of the boat, and we will find out, because I don't know what hacking means in this setting.
Oh, you're such a doll. You're going to save me a trip, because I would have had to search all 3 cargo bays the long way, and honestly, it would have taken weeks, I think. So, Yeah, why don't you do it your smart way? I'll just hang here. And she just sort of looks around and kicks the floor a little bit.
Yeah, the sad thing is you would have done that.
Well, of course I would. The captain said I should.
But imagine how much shit we could steal in with weeks.
You can't steal here. But this
Cordelia,
is
we're not talking to you.
Cordelia.
But I'm right here.
You need to understand, I'm talking to you, but Crud isn't talking to you.
She looks between the two. It's clear that she doesn't get it, but she'll say she gets it.
Willy cherishes these moments because he really loves being a part of this dumbass crew. And, like, fucking with Cordelia is one of his favorite things. But, like, in his head, he's like, I'm going to bring her dessert tonight.
Yeah, fucking with her is awesome, but everybody loves her as well.
Yeah, we would have literally died, I'm going to say no less than 15 times, if not for Cordelia. Sometimes
15 and a half.
Yeah,
15 and a half.
If it happens...
And a maiming. Saved a good maiming there.
If it happens twice in a day, we only give it a half point.
There's a weighted scale.
Yeah, it got too complicated too quick, so we needed to implement rules. And it's also your unofficial Christmas bonus. We're just like, hey, we did the math. We owe you $3,000 for being alive this year.
Yeah, but since we're low on credits, we're just going to give you a gift certificate for a low value chain.
Yeah. Also, I made you this, and it's just like a horrible amalgamation, just like a chimeric terror.
All right, so Dr. Crud, you were going to hack a terminal. This is going to be our first real roll of the day. That sounds to me like an intelligence roll, and I'm assuming you have some expertise in hacking as well.
I have a 60 intelligence, and I am trained in hacking.
All right, well, add the bonus that's associated to hacking, and that's your new stat for this roll, and I want to roll under it. And if you roll doubles, it's a crit.
Which means I have to roll under 75, correct?
Yeah, sounds fair.
Because hacking is a plus 15 bonus. So 60 plus 15 is 75 if I'm doing my drunk math right.
It sounds correct to me.
Okay, so that is a 9.
Oh, very well. Very nice. All right, so you get the following extra information out of it. You know that of the crew capacity of 800, 780 people were listed on this ship. You see that there is a total of 6 different crew compartments where for most of the journey, most of the crew resides. There are, of the 4 cargo holds, you can now see that cargo hold 1 is 400 out of 400 storage containers filled. Cargo hold 2 is 398 out of 400 cargo containers filled, with 2 slots being, how would you say it?
Empty.
Reserved for a personal craft.
Ooh.
Cargo hold 3 is 400 out of 400 cargo containers filled, and cargo hold 4 is completely empty.
Okay, am I able to scan for life size? Is there internal sensors?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
I wish to do that.
So I'm going to give you that for your near locations. You can also see a layout of the ship here. You are near cargo bays 2 and 4, and also crew quarters 5, and the reactor room and engineering bay are also close by. You scan for life signs, and you see that there are life signs in crew quarters 5, a couple of them. There are some life signs in the reactor room, and there's also life signs in cargo hold 4.
How many life signs total?
It does not indicate a exact number. It does indicate like
Groupings.
Large or small groupings. Yes.
Okay.
There's crew quarters 5 has a small grouping. Cargo hold 4 has a very large grouping, and the reactor room also has a very large grouping of people.
Ooh.
All right, guys. You see this little map? You see these red blips? That's where everybody is. There is life here. I would recommend staying away from him. Is he able to use that barcode to locate the box that we need?
Oh, yeah, sure. If you scan the barcode, the base level information we get from that is that this box contains personal effects and is a personal transfer. With your extra hacking level, you get the location of the box. You saw that the box was en route from cargo hold 2 towards the airlock. But about 3/4 of the way there, it stopped. And you see a location on the map that is currently blinking. But it's standing still. It's not currently traveling.
William just face palmed.
I mean, I don't think that was a face one. That was more
I
of
have
despair.
no
Like,
idea.
oh no.
The cargo we're looking for is about a quarter of the way here, or a quarter of the way away. It's sitting right here. I say we run in, grab it, steal as much shit as we can on the way, and get the hell out of here.
Well, maybe you could just keep the latter half of those ideas in your own mind, and
Cordelia,
then when I'm not
I
looking,
wasn't
you
talking to you. You just follow.
She's been
Cordelia,
doing like jumping jacks and burpees this whole time while she's waiting on you at the terminal.
Cordelia, I explained this to you. He's not talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. We're on the same page there. Completely.
Cordelia, though, honestly, you're gonna have to kind of get on board with this. Though I'll say we'll just steal small objects. Nothing that the company would notice.
You're stealing from the same company that
We're
you know
not
that
stealing
when they have to
from-
make up their losses, they bring it out of our checks. There's no net gain here.
All right, we're not stealing from the company. We're stealing from the employees.
Exactly.
It's
We're the
completely
employees. Have y'all been stealing from me?
No.
Cordelia,
No,
a little.
Never you.
Sometimes.
I don't steal from you, but Willy does.
But I always put it back if I don't either eat it or burn it. It really depends on the stuff. I eat a lot of your chips. I'm gonna
See,
tell
I
you.
knew it. I thought they were just getting cleaned up. Somebody else making the rounds, but I don't think y'all been making the rounds. Now,
Willy
anyway,
has, because he's been taking it from you.
Whenever I tell you I'm alive, no, I'm also eating your chips. Oh my God, Cordelia, I love you. You are the sweetest puppy. But like, okay, where do you think all the nice gifts we give you come from?
well, either the vending machine or the universal creator that we got on the deck.
No,
It comes from your quarters.
Now, you guys, I thought we was friends.
I steal things from other people to show you how much you mean to me. That I
There's
didn't
only
use
four of us here.
Exactly. That's why it comes from your quarters.
And frankly, it's crazy you don't notice. It's crazy.
And you're a trained Marine. You should have sharp eyesight.
I mean, it'd be stupid to steal from the captain, so the only other person is you.
I feel like maybe we're down the wrong thing, and we're going to enter into some maybe entanglements here. Why don't we just get this crate and get out of here?
You know what? Let's do it.
That's true. There's
Hey,
a candy
you
bar
just-
in your quarters I really want to eat.
And you
There
just
is a candy
ignore
bar in my quarters, and I also really want to eat that.
and you just ignore the stealing on the way.
You do it behind me, and then don't bring it up, and then I don't have to know about it.
That's what we always do. That's why you're always in front.
I thought it was because I was the number one worker, and y'all were just jealous.
I mean, I am jealous, but that's like a
I'm
separate
not.
issue. That has nothing to do with the stealing.
I know. I'm sorry to bring it up. It's bad form to kind of talk about that. And she sort of brushes off her patch as she turns. And now, which hallway did you say that was?
That one right there.
Oh, perfect. And she just Forrest Gump runs.
I love how this episode just very quickly turned into The Office in space.
Hey, Willy is going to check something on his comms real quick, and he will rejoin the party in just a moment. But he's going to hang back for a second.
All right, no problem. Cordelia, you've been shown the location on the map by Dr. Crud. You know that you have to go down 2 levels and about 1 mile of corridors to get to where the box is currently sitting.
1 mile?
This is a large ship, my man.
Jesus.
Yeah, at this pace, she can make it about 6.5, 7 minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
Dr. Crud's making it in like 16, 18 minutes.
All right, so we are en route. You spend a couple of minutes walking from the corridor that is connected to the airlock, and before long you make it to a set of both elevators, and there's also like emergency access to some stairwells that go down, so you can use either of those.
She'll take the stairs. Good for the cardio.
Yeah. Does everybody else follow that as well?
Dr. Crud takes the elevator.
Yeah, Willy finishes up what he was doing and follows.
All right.
Cordelia or Dr. Crud?
Oh, I didn't realize we separated. That's how into...
Yeah, Cordelia took the stairs, Dr. Crud took the elevator.
Or lift. I'm sorry. This is the year 35,000, right? So lift.
Yeah. Willy looks back at his phone. He's actually going to go back to the terminal, and if it's still up where Dr. Crud left it off, he just wants to... Does it have any distinguishing features of the life signs, or no? It's just red blips.
It's red blips. It's groupings instead of exact numbers.
Cool. So he's going to go down the stairs after Crud after he checks that.
Oh, so lift. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, probably lift. Yeah, and it's also like probably the year 2150 or something. It's slightly future.
On the way to the lift, is there anything that Dr. Crud and Willy can lift?
Of course, there's some very nice posters on the wall that say things like an unreported accident is an unpunished accident.
That gets graffitied.
Many hands make uncoordinated work. Why not pick up the slack and do your co-workers' work?
Graffitied.
Do right by the company. Reuse, don't replace.
Graffitied.
The most interesting you think about along the way is there's an access panel to one of the panelings on the left side of the wall has been taken off, and someone was apparently working on some cabling there. So there's some tools there. There's a small plasma cutter, and there's a how would you say it? Like an advanced form of duct tape, where it's just a gel that you place on the tubing, and then with a electric prod you activate it, and then it seals up completely airtight.
That is now in Dr. Crud's compartment.
All right, you have successfully done your first stealing.
It's
Nice.
on now.
All right.
Cordelia didn't see shit.
Nope. She's like a half mile ahead.
All right, so Cordelia makes it. Of course, he makes it faster down the stairs than the lift goes two stairs down. So the first one in the second corridor, and not that far from the lift and the stairs, you can already see the outline of a box, which might be the box you're looking for, or a different box, but it's a box nonetheless.
Yeah, trot up to it. And I don't know if I have some sort of handheld scanner or some way to verify that it matches the numbers I was given.
I don't know. Do you have a handheld scanner?
Probably not. But she wrote down whatever the call sign or the numbers were from her job description.
All right, no problem. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Willy has one. He was holding one in the... Like, he was holding a portable terminal, 5 minutes ago.
Willy and I are in the lift. She's by herself.
Are we going to the same location?
Eventually.
Yeah,
Okay.
but she's just faster because she does everything in a run.
Nice.
Well, you and I are in the elevator.
After a full minute of silence, William just goes, Good space weather today, huh?
Look, I don't know about you, but I already stole a plasma cutter and duct tape gel.
He looks back that was just a hallway.
Yeah, I'm that good.
Oh God. Okay, looks like I'm pouring drinks tonight. Because we have an ongoing who can steal more contest, and loser has to pour drinks.
On Cordelia's tab somehow.
Yeah. No. You just get mysterious deliveries of crates of liquor, and you're like, what? I don't even drink that much. And then it just tastes better stolen.
Dude, I know.
Doo-doo-doo. This royalty-free music brought to you by CDE. Do the right thing. Consent. All right, so Cordelia makes it to the box, and you do see markings of barcodes on the side of it. And since you have the number, because barcodes are lines, but also numbers, you can compare those. And yeah, you quickly see that this is indeed the box you're looking for. It's a graph box, so it's got small hover engines under it, which keeps it about, a foot off the ground, so you can easily transport it and makes it very lightweight as well. One other thing you notice, though, as you're walking around the box, behind the box, from the direction where it was probably coming from, there is a body. You see a person slumped against the wall.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Yo, what's a scenario?
And she's by herself. Oh, joy.
Good. We horror movied so hard. And now the capable one who is going to save us is going to get freaking Zeno'd.
The Marine is going to die first.
Isn't the Marine always dying first, though? Isn't that, the
I mean,
trope
that's sort of the point, is I buy you smart people time to actually solve problems.
And I'm supposed to betray in the third act because the aliens, like, I'm down with the aliens. Like, the whole rhythm is gone.
No, we're on track. We're doing good.
I think we're on
the
pace
first
here.
act.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right, so you see the following. You see a person slumped against the side of this corridor. There is a rather large hole in its head made by either some kind of industrial tool or a very large caliber firearm. Out of the wounds, there leaks a white liquid, which indicates to you that this individual was an android. And he is dressed in very simple clothes. And he has a name tag that says Cargo Manager X170.
I'm offended.
Well, you're not there yet, so you can't be offended yet.
That's true. Don't metagame.
Besides that, you see not much besides a couple of traces of streaks of red on the floor. And besides the red, there is some kind of orangey, squishy substance. Please make a fear save for me.
Oh boy, first roll.
Just be glad I'm not there.
Oh, that's a 5.
All right, that's good. All right, you're an experienced Marine. You've seen dead bodies before. And to be fair, this is not that wholesome. It's just a guy with a hole in his head. You've seen it 100 times before, so you're fine.
It's an android. It's not flesh and blood, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, I rescind my statement. You're allowed to be offended now, Crud. I, as a non-android, get to decide when you can be offended.
Okay, now I'm offended by your offense.
Oh, no.
All right, so you got probably like a small minute before your crewmates join you at the scene.
Yeah, I mean, she'll check, and she probably doesn't know how to check vitals for an android. But, like, I don't know, check the neck and then the wrist and, like, I don't know. And she'll pick him up and put the android on top of the grab device so that she can move them around together easily.
Nice. Way to disturb the crime scene.
Yep, she's a Marine, homie.
And that's where Dr.
not
Crud and
cops.
William come in. As you see Cordelia handling a body.
Ding dong.
Cordelia,
Floor
what did
2.
you do?
Y'all, he was like this when I got here. I did not put this hole in his head, and I expect there's other murders afoot, because I don't know what that squishy stuff is, but I do not want to touch it. That looks like your department, and she points at William.
William was about to, like, continue gaslighting Cordelia, but then at the mention of squishy stuff, just runs over to the goo and, like, fully gets his hand, like, throws on gloves and then just starts poking around.
Oh, he throws on gloves, though? Okay, that's something.
Yeah, he has a cool space cuff, like, they're like bracelets that he throws his hands out and they get covered in, like, a bubble of latex that then, like, form fits his hands, and then he can, like, rip it off like rubber gloves.
Space gloves.
Yeah, dude, I have space gloves.
And Dr. Crud will run over to the android and open the panel and hack into the android to see what the hell happened to him. Or her, or it.
Oh, interesting.
I believe it was a man droid.
Or a girl droid. It was not specific. And you know what? We identify as it. Thank you very much.
Yes, the android appears to be androgynous.
Man, you used him before. I totally lost my Raz.
Pretty sure I did it.
I saw a nice vein for razzing. All right, well.
All right, so
you like that vein, don't you?
So we got one
Vein in
person
my
hacking into
forehead.
the android. We got one person looking at gooey stuff. Cordelia, are you doing anything while these twos start investigating? Or
How
just keep
much
a watch?
weight can this grav thing support, this crate? Could, like, Dr. Crud also hop up on and do his investigation while I move us all back to the ship?
You already saw it drop down significantly. It's still above the ground from the body you threw on top of it, but it's not much above the ground. So this is probably about the maximum extra cargo you can put on top of it.
Okay, so piling Dr. Crud on top probably ain't gonna fly.
So you don't want me to mount the android?
Well, can like diagnostics
Can you hack it
be
to increase the
run?
thrust?
Willy is in his version of business mode now.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna go to Willy and squishy stuff. All right, Willy, what are you doing?
okay, so I believe I was making a xenobiology check to determine if this is alien in nature or just somebody's messed up liver.
All right, do you have any tools or anything to help you with that research?
I will use my cybernetic diagnostic scanner combined with my portable computer terminal. And also, it doesn't have an effect on this, but I'm wearing a lab coat, and I think I should get a bonus.
Well, you know what? My lab coat actually has my name embroidered into it. So you know what? There.
Yeah, I have somebody else's name embroidered on it in case I get arrested. But I
Probably
do have a
mine.
sick patch.
I feel like you guys have hacked her commissary or whatever, and just like,
Yeah,
Willy, what does your patch say?
yeah, patch reveal for Willy. Fuck forever. And that's the way he says it. It's not fuck forever. He says fuck forever. It's only right now.
All right, make me a xenobiology roll, which is probably based on intelligence, and you can, if you're proficient in a skill, add the bonus from that, and roll under.
You know your boy got a 10.
Oh, I'm gonna give you I was gonna give you advantage, but you can do a roll again, see if you get a crit success, because of all your, lab code and equipment.
So close, got a 12.
All right, but still pretty good rolls. All right, first off, I'm gonna share the thing. If you direct your attention to the chat we had going, you will see something there, which is what your display displays to you.
Oh, that is...
that's a cute little thing.
You think that's cute?
Oh,
I am very, very happy with this image.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much.
Cordelia, if you think that's cute, you and I need some counseling sessions.
I think we do anyway, honestly.
So, I'm sorry, in what context? So, to describe for the listener, this is like some sort of underwater creature who it's a little hard to tell whether it has two large, like, either light reflecting or colorless eyes, or just vacant holes. It clearly has the mouth at its front end, like below its smaller eye hole, that is filled with needle-like teeth. Its back half, I guess it kind of looks like a fucked up goldfish. Like, it classically splits its torso into like two fishtails that reconnect at the end, creating a very uncomfortable hole. Or that might be another eye. I can't tell.
Yeah, something between a goldfish, a lamprey, and a galaxy.
Yeah, and the texture of its skin just sucks. Just picture like you're like thinking of something bad. Just make it like underwater for long enough to rot, and then you're about there.
I'm so happy with this reaction.
Yeah,
So,
no, that sucked.
Luckily for us, William is an expert xenobiologist, so he can actually, determine what all these parts of this thing actually are. All the orangey bits are some kind of living mold. Well, it used to be living molds. You're determining that this thing is now inactive in whatever way that means. The darker part of it, it's kind of weird. Like the mold is some kind of carbon-based life form, but the darker bits of it are some kind of synthetic material that is also integrated into its matter. So it's a combination of how would you say, silicone-based and carbon-based life form that you're looking at here.
Okay.
So while William is closely inspecting this strange mold-like entity, something unfortunate happens, and while this piece of it seems to be inactive, William, you feel a wet squelch and a wet thing fall on your shoulder. And as you look to the side, you see another patch of the orangey stuff. And as you look up, you see that the top panel, a ceiling panel in this hallway, has been removed. It's not on the floor anywhere, so probably someone moved it up and put it into the ceiling grate somewhere there. You see some tubing, some cables running there, and all of these are coated with this orange fungus. Orange mold, sorry, not fungus.
Cool. So
Slight difference.
yeah,
A little bit.
Willy will
Little bit.
like gently place what he's holding on the ground, throw off his space gloves and get a new pair, and then take off his like lab coat and like, you know, it's all smooth, kind of like plastic-y material, so he's able to like almost like a raincoat sloop it off.
Please make me a body save.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I love that instantly all the expression change when you mention something like that.
Body. Is that a skill or oh wait, okay, I see it. And so now
Yeah,
this one I roll 2d10 or what do I roll?
You always roll a D100 unless it's a panic roll, and then
Okay,
I'll
panic roll.
definitely
That
say
was
it.
the one. 19.
Ooh, pretty good. Is that below your body score?
Oh my god, by 2.
Oh,
Okay, you have a body score of 21?
I didn't know how
have a
close
body
that
score of
was.
21.
I expected to
Yeah.
look up and see something in the 40s.
no. Saves are bad.
Oh my god, okay, my sanity is 55 though.
Yeah, you're a smart guy, you know.
Mine's 17. I will go insane easily.
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
gotta make a note of that. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I got a 19.
All right. So what happens is you scrape this orange mold off of your lab coat, and instantly you start feeling some prickly things on your gloved hand. As you look down, you see that some of the mold is clinging to it and is trying to punctuate the latest glove, and it's definitely capable of doing that. But just before it actually does that, you rip the glove off and throw it on the ground, as the mold starts growing over it and tearing it apart.
Cool. I take a 2-foot safety step backwards and then hit it real quick with my bioscanner.
All right.
I mean, you can take zoology, pathology, exobiology, any of those. I feel like
I mean, you already rolled for it. The main difference between this and the thing you investigated before was this part of it is definitely active and busy. You can tell that it is either consuming or integrating this latex material that you put on it.
okay, so
Do you still have your lab coat on, or?
I mean, yeah, once I sloop it off, I put it back on. This thing was expensive. Cordelia paid a lot for it.
All right, cool. All right, so you got some moldy stuff on the ground now and some molding stuff in the ceiling. Dr. Crud, this is all happening. You were hacking into a dead android.
Yeah, Dr. Crud's saying, Willy, stop fucking around. I'm trying to hack into this thing.
I'm not doing fucking anything. You're like 10 feet away from me. Don't blame me because you suck.
We will get into the discussion of who sucks more later, and just FYI, it's you.
Okay, well,
Oh, wow.
FYI, don't let the orange goo touch you because it like is real punctury, and I don't want anyone to get orange gooed. I haven't determined what happened, but okay. So actually, this is very important. Earlier,
yeah?
I did ask about any aliens along the way, and you like especially on this bulkhead. Are there aliens that maybe like is everybody in space human and aliens are always like weird, or is it like Star Trek where we have like Vulcans and Klingons and stuff?
As far as you know, despite the many claims that we have Vulcan parts on board, as far as you know, any alien
Klingon.
life that has so far been discovered is either low intelligent, animal-like, or microbiotic. So there has not been any like very well developed intelligent alien life found.
Okay, so I had a theory that the thing that we found, the silicon-based life form, was like the skeleton of whatever was on this ship. But if aliens can't pilot a ship, like, no, that dead end.
As far as you know.
I mean, that's literally my specialty. I want to know.
So yeah, if you don't think it, then it's probably correct. You know,
Cool.
you're an expert.
All right, stay away from the orange shit. I get it.
All right. So make me a hacking roll to hack into this android. Since it's dead, I'm going to give you disadvantage on that because its systems aren't really working anymore. But you can still attempt it. Yeah,
Not cool.
You're hacking into a turned off computer, basically. So that's hard.
Crud, turn it on first then.
Yeah,
Plug it
can I
in.
turn it off first?
How would you propose to turn it on?
Bruh, blood
How are you
transfusion
turning
style.
on his androids? Hmm?
Pouring alcohol down his throat.
Okay. Willy would also like to pitch, like, you know how they get a blood transfusion between two things? Like, he goes on life support based on Crud's vitals.
Oh, God. First off, make me that hacking roll. We'll see
Like
after that.
jumping a car.
Wait, attacking?
No. Hacking.
Oh. Well, I failed. It was an 88 is my worst roll.
Ooh.
That's a crit.
88. That's a crit
it's
failure.
a critical fail.
So, first thing that happens when you fail any sort of roll is you take 1 stress.
No, you bastard.
How dare you?
As you all know, all your stresses start at 2, not at 0. Because
Right.
being in space is always a little bit iffy. Now, whenever you make a critical failure, you also have to make a panic roll. Panic rolls are inverted from normal rolls in that you want to roll above your panic instead of under it. So, make me a d20 roll, and you want to get above that 3.
Oh, D20? Okay,
Yeah,
I want to
that's
get
the-
above a 3.
Yeah, because that's your current stats, right?
I have no idea. It doesn't fucking matter because I rolled a fucking 1.
Well, you're thinking that's bad, but actually, on the entire panic table, there's one good entry, and that's the 1.
No way.
Oh, yes, way. So, the panic table.
What happens? What did I do?
So, there's things in there like you become anxious, frightened, jumpy, all that kind of stuff. But the roll of 1 is you get laser focus. Because of all that stress, you like focus your mind. You stop thinking about drinking alcohol and stealing from Cordelia. You're just like, there's something going on here. There was an android killed here. We gotta find the culprit. And you get laser focus on that.
So my ADHD kicks in.
Exactly. You get advantage on all rolls within the next 2d10 minutes. So you can roll the 2d10 and see how long that's going to last.
Fuck a duck, dude.
Yeah. It's the only thing that's good on there, so...
I figured I fucked up with that.
That's a perfect, like, narrative thing, too. When you're like, you're checking out this android, you're like, this is fucked up, man.
That's going to be 20. I rolled
Oh.
max on that.
Nice. All right, that's going to be a while. All right, cool. Unfortunately, that does mean that you are unable to access the information stored in this android since it's dead. So that's...
Oh, yeah, no, I totally screwed that up.
Yeah.
This game has now turned into a teeter-totter between an episode of The Office and Alien. We as the players are fighting for The Office.
The game is fighting back and it wants aliens.
All right, guys. Well, this android doesn't know jack shit. I'm just going to dump it.
Well, we should at least get it back to our ship so we can maybe boot it back up or bring him back somehow.
Or sell
You know
him?
what?
Over time?
No, spare parts for me.
Yeah.
Sure, but I feel like he might be
Cecilia,
savable given
yes.
time.
I
Just say
always
yes.
keep a spare set of organs in my lab at all times.
And now I have a spare body.
Oh, jeez.
Cordelia, do you need
the
a spare?
assembled skeletons in y'all's closets. Well, it's borderline criminal at the very least, but perhaps we should talk about that later. Let's get this on the lift and get us out of here.
So as
Every
I'm
one of my
helping,
skeletons has a sign release.
and also,
So-
it's just organs. You can't replace your skeleton, Cordelia. God.
So as you're discussing this, Cordelia, you were the only one not engaging in strenuous mental activity. While the others are doing their thing, you hear some kind of weird creaking and scratching noises coming from the walls.
Yeah, she'll unlatch the safety catch on her revolver and her holster. And now, fellas, maybe we can tell this story jogging as we make our way to the lift. I don't think we're alone here. There's something in the walls.
Well, I did detect life forms. I told you that in a lot of different places.
Yeah, well, I
don't
thought
know.
it was all people. I don't think there's folk in them walls.
I have no idea who they was because the DM was being a jerk and wouldn't tell me.
Yeah, he was also very rude to me. I can't remember when, but I'm mad too. Okay, triangle formation.
What was that?
I'm not sure, but I think we should get this cargo in the lift and get us out of here. We can send out a distress signal on their behalf.
Cool.
We can't just blow the thing up. I could set a self-destruct sequence before we leave.
We don't know that that's necessary. There's 800 other people in here.
Dead android. Racism.
800 other people.
It's just people. Dead android.
And I'm the one trying to bring him back.
Guys, why don't we just get the android ready to explode in case we see something? This thing's a grav thing. We give it a good kick, it'll go flying.
No, not the
No, we gotta
android, the
save
ship.
this. The captain said
Oh,
we
the
come
whole
down here, we
ship?
get this cargo, and we get out of here.
Okay, we deliver the cargo and then we blow up the ship.
I don't know that we need to do that.
What? You're
We
Mr.
don't
Number...
know that
Okay,
we don't.
Cordelia, that kind of thinking is going to earn you a number 2 employee patch. So...
And she muscles this gravity container onto the lift and pushes the button. If you guys are on it, great.
Okay, so how do we prove that this thing wasn't already empty or open? All we have to do is bring back the container, which we have. All we need is a scanner from the ship to...
Y'all are still thinking about pilfering?
No, dude. If we get somebody with a scanner on the ship and then scan our package like they accepted it, we have their package. It doesn't matter what was in it or not. We just show up with an empty package and you're like, this is how we found it. Our job's done, and no one gets alien murdered. Cut that last line for meta.
Well, we don't gotta scan shit. We already got the barcode. Barcode matches this box with the android on top. So we just take this shit and go.
DM, are we in the clear?
Self-destruct and we're good.
I mean, are you in the clear?
I think we need someone to scan our box to say that they received it. Otherwise, they're going to say we never delivered it, even though we have the box.
In your experience, the amount of, bureaucratic fidelity varies from place to place. You can imagine that you've heard of places like Cloud9 before. It's like one of those wealthy space stations where only the rich live. They'll probably, at the very least, check the contents of the box.
So we can't steal from the box.
Well, we can't show up with an empty box, but it's like that at the beginning of Ace Ventura when he's kicking the box down the hallway. He did his job. He delivered the package. He just did a bad job at it. That's all I'm good. That's our best case. That's the scenario that gets us out of here alive.
So
I'm
what
pushing
you're
this
saying,
cargo thing down the hallway. Whatever you do behind me, I do not care.
You're in the lift. Are you joining Cordelia in the lift? Because she's taking it.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm definitely staying together because I believe Crud left his gun behind, right?
No, it's in my chest cavity.
Oh, that's right. Your cavity is on your body.
Sure. I'll assume you guys made a trip to the tool room to get your guns where they would be stored as per company regulation. That's fine.
I'm just saying we delivered a box, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the insides, right? So if it's empty, it's empty. It's not our fault.
Exactly. That's our... And then...
The captain said we have done this 100 times, right? Picked up boxes from other ships and brought them on board, transferred them mid-flight.
Right.
How
What's in
often
the
are they
boxes?
weighed, or are the context listed out whether we see what that is or not? Are they insured by FedEx or whatever?
Oh, all that stuff's done at the beginning and the end. Whatever happens in between is bullshit.
Yeah, dude. And especially if it is insured, this is good for them. Because then they just get a fat insurance payout.
And we get all the shit.
Yeah, and then we can go smoke bowls on the ship.
In your experience, the contents is pretty much always checked unless you're going to a very seedy place.
And we will get in trouble.
I mean, yes, they expect to know.
I'm just saying,
they're not going to pay for an
steal
empty
from
box.
other containers. There's whole sections
There's
of the
no
ship.
other containers in the middle of the
That's what we
hallway
do.
with a dead android next to it.
Our stealing will save us. We fill it with a bunch of shit. And then we're like, I don't know, they didn't fucking tell us what was in it.
Oh, we can take all the shit out and put the dead android in it.
I mean, I don't see how that's better. That seems more incriminating, but
We didn't kill the android.
we're not even supposed to know there's a dead android.
I didn't roll high enough to know what killed the android, so...
This is a
Ding.
log elevator.
The elevator
it just
arrives at the top
dinged.
floor. Doors open. You're back in the they're back in the corridor that connects to the airlock.
Yeah, push the box out, look around. Any orange goo or whatever?
No, seems to be all fine. Seems to be all clear.
All right, while the other two push the box towards our ship, Dr. Crud wants to go and set the self-destruct in the terminal.
Right,
There's potentially like 800 people that are alive here still.
No, dude, they're definitely all dead. But Dr. Crud, don't go off alone.
I mean, it's in the same hallway.
Terminal's
so it's
right there. You guys are right there. I'm not alone.
You can self-destruct from anywhere in the ship? That's fucking stupid. That's such
If you
a
can
bad
hack
idea.
deep enough, right?
Dude, what if
mean,
somebody
he's
just gets
assuming-
drunk and like turns on the self-destruct?
Look, I am drunk.
Yeah, what if exactly
So-
this happens?
What I'm hearing is Dr. Crud is accessing the terminal again and looking for a self-destruct option.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm hoofing it, trying to get this back to our ship, the Icarus.
Oh, wait, okay. Push as hard as you can, Cordelia. I get in it, and I activate my space boots, which also provide plastic booties. I need to check if any little bit of that fucking orange goo is in this crate, because I love that shit, so I need to make sure I get all of it out before it actually comes on our ship, so I can experiment on it.
So you're doing a biological
Decontamination.
decontamination, yes.
Guy got your back, dog. Yeah. But, like, yeah. So I'm going to get a sample of it and then check to see if it, like, explodes out of my tubes. But, like, basically, I'm like, Cordelia, I'm actually doing my job here. I'm not just making you push me on a cart.
All right,
But I'm
so
also making you push me on a cart.
couple of things here. The terminal, I'm going to be very fast about that. Yeah, there's no self-destruct that activates from everywhere in the ship. If you want to approximate something like a self-destruct, you would probably have to overload the reactor or something like that at the reactor.
Which was near the entrance.
It's
I have it in
somewhere
my notes.
yeah, it's somewhere in the vicinity. It's not too far away. But no, it would be very stupid if every console would have like self-destruct button.
I would
just-
turn it
just on
on
the prank,
all the
like-
time.
You can't blame me for trying.
At the Christmas party, someone's just like, "I bet you're not gonna push that button." Oh.
Just two guys standing there, clearly drunk with drinks in their hair, like, you won't do it.
Oh, I will do it. That little red button, my finger's going right on top.
You won't do it.
Watch me do it.
Just
Watch me.
caressing the button, just stroking
Look.
the button. It's up there.
But then it
Here it
just
comes.
All right, so that's the terminal. That's the terminal. So while Cordelia is pushing the box, Willy jumps on top of it, which is too much for the grav engine, so it's screeched on the ground. And this
Could
box
you
is
try and
probably
like lift it to make up the difference in weight?
Roll strength.
sure. Make me a you got a strength stat, right? You can make a strength roll.
Yeah.
Oh shit! There actually is a strength stat.
Call it athletics.
Sure, go for
There's
it.
no athletic stat, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a skill.
Oh shit! Dude.
Oh, that is a 10. Succeeds.
Nice, very nice.
beauty.
All right. So you are able to just barely keep it off the ground. It's like less than an inch off the ground, but it's off the ground, so you can keep moving it.
Scuffing every couple steps.
Yeah, exactly.
There's marks every few feet on the
Sudden sparks
and
and divots in the floor.
And this was a well-maintained hallway. It was nice. And now there's scuff marks.
Every
Everywhere you go.
time. I'm like, fuck, Cordelia, stop.
You jerk.
So I've been
Just
calling
carrying
this.
you like a mile with this thing.
I've been calling this a box because that's the technical term for it. But it's not like a wooden box you can just open. It is a metal container, which is about 9 feet long and about almost 6 feet wide, with rounded at the bottom, which is done on purpose so it can actually fit through a standardized airlock, which are usually round. It is currently sealed, so if you want to check inside it, you're gonna have to open it some way.
Oh, wait, it's sealed?
Well,
It's
there's
closed.
also a dead android on top, so
Well,
you have
no,
to
I
move
thought it
that
was-
first.
I thought the whole thing was it was in transit and then it got emptied.
No, it's still closed. It's
Oh.
as far as you can tell, it's still in normal, good condition.
Oh,
We haven't
bruh.
stolen from it yet.
No, okay, first of all, just to clarify, Crud, I like to steal from the personnel. I don't want to steal out of the packages. Remember that time it was just a bunch of macaroni and cheese? Well, I mean, like, that was cool, but...
Well, then I guess I win since I'm the only one that stole from the other ship.
You fucking asshole. And then Willy will start bio-scanning the crate because he will not lose. This will be his fourth loss in a row, and he just can't handle it.
Well, you don't have to roll for that. You can immediately tell that your bioscanner cannot penetrate the outside of this box. So if you want to do that, you're going to have to open it some way, at least a crack at the very least.
Look, according to the deets that I got from this panel over there before, it's just personal effects.
Bruh, you know that's a lie. You fucking know that's a lie. There's definitely a bomb or, like, another dead person. Like, you only put personal effects when you're like, don't look at this. Actively don't look at this.
All right,
that
Cecilia,
is what you
turn
have
the fuck
experienced
around.
before, yeah.
We're going to look inside.
Yeah, but let's do it in the tube that connects the ships, and I'll do it. So if it's a frickin' something bad, you can just close the tubes, and then I'll just get shot into space, and I'll be fine. Well, actually, no, you should do it, Crud, because you don't need to breathe.
I don't need to breathe. You're right, but you need to be here too because I got you 2-0.
Bruh, okay. I guess if I have to open it, either way, I want to do it in the tube that connects the things. So,
Cecilia, just turn your back. You don't see shit.
I will get it to our ship, and then we can get it in the cargo hold, and y'all can do what you want.
No, dude.
Not yet.
No way
we can't get
opening...
into the cargo hold yet.
Yeah, we're not opening this bomb in our cargo hold.
Well, it's a bomb? I don't know we should open it at all.
My money's on bomb. Who wants to bet?
My money's on sex toys.
Okay, we got one for bomb, one for sex toys, but let's do half a paycheck buy-in.
I don't want to participate in this.
Turn around then.
That counts as empty.
All right, so you're discussing all this in front of the airlock. You have the choice to do it inside the airlock. You can do it on this side of the ship or in your own ship. It's all up to you guys.
Oh,
if you are insisting on keeping it in between, Cordelia is going to be on the Icarus side of the airlock with the door closed.
And that is something to consider. This box is made to fit inside an airlock, but it can just fit inside the airlock. So if it's inside the airlock, you can move around it, but it's kind of obstructing the way.
Can we get it open a crack so I can scan it at least?
You can certainly try.
Okay. Also, we should scan it to see if it came in a batch, because if they were moving it to the airlock and it's something bad, I mean, they clearly were going to eject it. So this might have
going to transfer to us.
Oh, wait. Does that timeline add up?
Yeah, that's
this
we
is
in transit to our ship when they got.
Okay.
This is the cargo we're picking up.
All right.
So, just for some extra clarification, you see that there's this box is closed, but there's a keypad on there to open it. But there's also just a very slight crack where you can maybe put something in between to just jam it open. So you got two options.
Hack the keypad.
I mean, you can certainly try.
You damn right I'm going to try.
I loan you Prince, if that helps.
I will say that you still have advantage. It was a bit of a walk, but you had 20 minutes, so you still have advantage. So you can roll that.
Oh, I get advantage? Nice.
Because it's your laser focus roll.
My first roll is a 67, which with my expert skill is under it, but maybe I can get 55.
55, that's a crit. Very nice.
That is.
Oh!
That's why I wanted the advantage.
All right. So while you're hacking this terminal, you notice that there are alarm systems embedded in the software as well that would probably send a signal to either the bulkhead or to a relay station somewhere that someone is tampering with the box. But because you got a crit on that, you are able to bypass those and open the crate without triggering any alarm mechanisms or any additional locks.
Hey, guys, I'm such a badass. I just bypassed all these alarms. Oh, Cecilia, you're not in here, so you don't hear shit.
Nice,
Nobody's
Crud.
ever talking to Cordelia.
Hey, man, this
right.
is why I keep losing.
So the crate automatically opens. There's there's a hydraulic system in it that opens the top off to the side. And inside you see the following. There is some kind of, at first glance you would say this is a cryogenic spot, but then way more advanced. You have traveled in cryogenics before, which is, kind of rudimentary. It's just, they freeze you and they defreeze you when you get there. This is a much more advanced version of that technology. And you're not even sure if it's actually like cryogenically frozen. You see a see-through tube with a woman in her probably late 30s or early 40s and 2 children, a boy and a girl, who are both in the 10 to 12 age bracket. And they are contained within a tube that has some kind of blue liquid inside it. And even though it's slightly cool to the touch, it's not cold enough to be cryogenically frozen.
Dr. Crud will slam the lid shut. Sorry to bother you guys.
Yeah.
My friends, there are bodies in here.
Willy has put his hands up and he's like, yeah, you win this one, Dr. Crud. Like, this is definitely not my loot.
Yeah, I'm not stealing from this crate.
I don't want to fuck with this at all. Hey!
Let's just get this on the boat.
So before you, at the very least, you saw that there were electronic indicators of life signs. So these were not dead bodies; these were live people, but they appear to be unconscious. So they're either in a suspended state or something to that effect.
Does this mean we're complicit in kidnapping?
We don't know, and I don't like that. This is not. And no, if this is fucking classified as personal effects, I don't like that at all.
Is this an Amber Alert?
They're effectively persons. It's personal effects.
Cordelia, shut the fuck
Cordelia,
up.
you're fucking awesome. I love you.
Oh my god. All right, let's get on the ship, and I'm already going on comms to the captain being like, we need deeper specs on this mission. Have we transported people before? Can I experiment on them? Also, this is wrong.
Don't tell the captain that shit. Just tell them we got the package. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Ooh, you're gonna need to hacking check that to unsend my message.
I'm gonna hack that shit out of that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the communication is basically instantly, so I don't know how you're gonna.
I rolled a 9 for that shit.
All right, so the last half of that sentence is cut off as you're like, nope, just delete that. It's basically like, hey, Captain, something. Don't know what exactly you said, but
yeah, that's not the first time that Crud's had to do that.
This is a regular thing.
All right. So you're bringing the package on board the ship. You're hailing the captain. You don't get a response back from the captain for at least first minute. As you're getting inside the ship and the door to the airlock close, please everyone make a D100 roll. See who gets the lowest.
Oh Jesus! I don't like this.
Why not? It's never.
That's a 91 for me.
42.
25.
All right, so Dr. Crud has the lowest. As the airlock door on the Icarus closes, at the last second you see underneath the see-through tubing, besides the airlock, there's also always some tubing that attaches to the ship as well for refueling on either water or air. And on that tubing you see a smattering of orange mold that connects the Icarus to the bulkhead. And then the airlock door closes.
Orange shit! We got orange shit!
Fuck, we're fucked. We got orange shit. We got fucking orange shit, Cordelia.
As you're shouting that, please everybody make a fear roll.
You two have disadvantage because I'm here.
Why?
Because I'm an android and I'm frightening.
Only during your trauma response thing,
yeah,
right?
you're not trauma response.
No, that's always.
That's any fear save.
What? Oh, no.
Yes. The Marine is specifically when you make panic rolls. The others are other timings.
All right. Well, my fear is 87. I rolled a 75, so I'm good.
All right.
My fear's a 41. I rolled an 87.
Oh.
Yeah, my fear's a 19. I got a 65.
All right. Well, no crit failures. So
I love you guys. You know that.
So the two who failed both get 1 stress as the still alive android starts freaking out about mold on the ship as well. Like,
orange shit.
But you're inside the Icarus and you have the box inside there.
Sorry, was that 1 or 2 stress?
Oh, just 1 stress. Yeah.
And that wasn't a that was just, was that a sanity save? No, that was just fear.
Fear.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing, if you feel a sanity save, it triggers things, right? Because you're a
Yeah,
scientist.
that's mine, but it's they gain stress, just so you know.
Yeah. Well, but that's not in this situation.
Cool.
All right. So, you got the cargo on the Icarus. You're currently in the hallway in front of the airlock. You can get it to storage, or whatever else you want to do.
Quick question. Our Marine did panic. So every nearby friendly player must make a fear save.
That's specifically if he fills a panic roll from the panic table. So that's
I thought we did panic.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, just fear.
Yeah.
I will go back to bed.
Just a little bit of stress. It's fine.
Wait, I'm sorry, where do you see the panic thing?
The 6th box. Take note of your class's trauma response.
Oh, is there no, DC or something? Like, where is the bonus to panic? Or, how do we tell if we panic or not?
I'm sure the DM will tell us.
Yeah. Whenever you make a crit failure, you have to make a panic roll, or under certain conditions, you have to make a panic roll.
Cool,
if you're standing beside your friend and its head explodes and parasites come out, you're making a panic roll. As an example, or just any crit failure.
Or is that going to happen to William?
No, not my brains. That's my favorite part of me.
Yeah, he loves his brains.
All right. So, what do you do on the ship?
I'll take the this box back and get it stowed whatever cargo bay was on the job description. And
you got just your cargo bay in the Icarus. It's a small cargo bay.
Okay. And then I guess bring this android back to Dr. Crud or to Willy. So you guys
we share the same office. I mean, really, we do share the same office.
It's a small ship.
Yeah. I don't know anything about tech stuff. I'm only the biological side of the science bay, so I can't do too much. I want to go talk to the captain though, because they weren't responding to the messages. So, I guess before we all depart, I'll be like, Crud, start checking out that android, see if you can determine cause of death.
I tried that already. It was orange. So instead, I'm going to do an emergency separation from this death ship.
Okay, yeah, get that done. Cordy, honestly, dude, bring that body to the science bay too.
The ones in the cargo
crate,
container?
yeah, don't take it to cargo. I think it's gonna save us a trip if we just bring it right to science bay.
The job description said to take it to cargo. I was just going to take it.
Job description didn't talk about orange shit, dude. I gotta go yell at the captain.
Take the cargo container to cargo and the android to the science bay. The people inside the container are fine. I expected them myself.
Doc says it's fine, and the job said to do that. I'm inclined to just do it.
William lights a cigarette and goes stomping off to the command deck.
Dr. Crud rips it out of his mouth and says, "No smoking."
Oh, wow.
Okay, he pops in nicotine gum, and then when he's out of sight, puts in another nicotine gum and lights a cigar. A cigar, right. Yeah, I light a full cigar.
So we got Cordelia taking the box to storage, and then afterwards you can see what she does with the dead android. We got William going to check on the captain. Is Crud also going to check on the captain, or going with Cordelia?
Crud is doing an emergency set from the cargo ship, and then he's going to go and follow William to keep him from smoking.
All right. To separate the airlock, you can do that from the cockpit. Yeah.
Well, there's a control panel right there, right? I could just hit the emergency set button.
That was on the bulkhead. Since this is a small ship, all the controls are done from the cockpit.
Well, then I'm following William, keeping him from smoking, and hitting the emergency set button when we get to the bridge.
Willie doesn't light a cigar because he knows what'll happen. He doesn't want the cigar wasted.
Well, everybody knows Willie doesn't smoke cigars. It's for the look. You don't light it.
I do it when I need to make a point, and everyone rolls their eyes.
I mean, that's original Big Willie style.
You still get the nicotine through sucking on it, so no, it still comes out.
I don't
It's
know.
smashed on the deck.
Sometimes William goes to the liquor store and sees a cigar and is like, I know I don't like those, but they look so good. I would love to smoke one of those like a cool guy, but I know I'm going to cough and hate it.
And then Dr. Crud will beat my ass.
Yeah, and William is then
Eat
very
my ass?
grateful. All right, so we're just going to go to the freaking cockpit and pound on the door.
All right. You make your way over to the cockpit while Cordelia goes down to the cargo bay. You get to the cockpit door. There's just a button to open it. You open the doors, and inside you see the cockpit. And in the cockpit is standing with her back turned to you is the captain. The other thing you see is there's some panels on the walls of the cockpit have been taken off, and there's some open tubing that's lying there, and some cables that are glowing with an orange glow, and some of them are tied around the legs of the captain.
All right.
What the fuck, Captain? You ain't authorized to do that shit.
Now, Willy is a xenobiologist, and I think he has put 2 and 2 together, and is just going to grab Crud's hand and slowly begin backing out of the cockpit.
All right. Before you can make your way out, though, a Crud made a noise, and the captain turns around, and you see the captain is a built woman. She lifts. She's like 6'2", and almost the same size wide. She is bigger now than she was before, and she is bloated, and you can see that her face is covered by an orange hue, and her eyes are big, puffy, and there's both blood and pus coming out of them as her pupils are rolled back into her eye sockets. As
We
she
gotta
turns
send the
around,
captain a get well soon card.
Cordelia?
you're not there yet. You're not there.
Yeah, you ain't here.
You're almost there.
That was good.
Besides
I like
that, you see that there are besides the tubings that are wrapped around her leg, she has apparently been busy taking some wires from the control panel and jamming them into her palm of her left hand.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No.
Yeah.
Dr. Crud pulls out his revolver and shoots her in the head.
Crud, okay, as he comes out, I guess, like, it's already noticed as I go, no use, bacteria is silicon-based, it's in the fucking ship.
Before you all do that, please both take 1 stress and make a panic roll for me.
No.
1 stress. So that puts me up to 4. And a panic roll.
That's the D20 one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's D20?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the D20 one.
And what do we
The panic roll
want?
is the only D20.
How do we tell what number we want?
I rolled a 3.
That's below a 4, so that's.
I rolled a
you.
7.
I'm assuming your stress is currently at 3.
Yeah, I have 3 stress.
All right, so you want to roll above it, so that's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, above it? Okay, good, because mine... No, I'm below because I just took 1.
Exactly. So that's not good. All right,
Okay.
so we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to go to the table. Number 3, Jumpy. Dr. Crud, immediately take 1 stress. All nearby crew members, which is William, take 2 stress.
Fuck you, dude. You're stressing me out. Chill the fuck out, Crud.
So Crud sees this combination of like machine and flesh, but it's not an android, and this is unnatural to you. It's like, hey, that's an android thing. How dare you?
Yeah, William is trying to explain to him as they're trying to run away, like, why this is... Like, when a kid is afraid of, like, thunder, and then you explain what thunder is, and they're like, that doesn't make me feel better. Like... I'm like, no, it's just it's a bacteria that learn to, like, you have a parasitic relationship with both carbon and silicon-based life form, but because, like, you're an AI, right? Like, you're thinking silicon, like, you can still take over shit, even if it's probably inert, so our ship is fucked. I think we should go to the big ship and see if we could just do a hailing frequency and blow up our thing, because I'd rather be trapped in a big cage than a small one.
So...
I don't know what the hell you just said.
Yeah, where in that whole speech does Dr. Crud just pull out his gun and start blasting?
Yeah, he failed his check. I was just saying what William was saying.
Yeah.
I actively said it didn't work.
Yeah, Dr. Crud pulls out his gun, points at his head or her head, and pulls the trigger.
All right, make me a combat roll.
Okay. I have a combat number, and it is I rolled under 13 of 26.
Nice. Well done. All right. You shoot Captain Price in the head as you wanted to. Please roll the damage for... you have a revolver, I believe?
Yeah, it's 1d10 damage.
All right. Roll it for
Let
him.
me get my d10. It's a 2.
All right. So that is not enough to penetrate what she has as armor points right now. So what you see happen
that's
is...
bullshit.
I mean, you have armor. She has armor.
Yeah,
so
that's
what you
true.
see happen is the bullet hits her head and starts punctuating it. But there's underneath the skin, there's a layer of this orange fleshy mold. And it's almost like an elastic band just gets taut and then drops the bullet back out.
Okay,
And
I'm really starting to hate orange.
And this is where I assume that William starts to try to pull Dr. Crud away.
Oh, he tried to do that immediately. Like, his move was while Crud was pulling the gun out. Like, let's get out of here.
That's why it missed.
Yeah, I distracted him.
A couple of things happen here at once. You see that the captain slightly reacts to this. You see her pupils roll back forwards, and you see a small moment of clarity in her eyes as she just screams at you.
Well, you should have
Cordelia.
thought about that before being taken away by an alien.
At the same time, Cordelia, you hear a gunshot.
Yeah, not great. Has she made it to the cargo bay yet?
Yep, you're in the cargo bay.
It's
Yeah,
like
she'll
the
quickly-
Marine doesn't have the gunplay. That's really messed up.
She'll make sure that the cargo is secured so it's not going to go anywhere, and then draw her own sidearm and start making her way toward the cockpit.
All right. The PA system on board the ship chimes in, and you hear the voice of King going, I'm so sorry, passengers. A biological organism not native to the ship has been detected. As per company policy byline 9/08, the ship will be purged in 30 seconds.
Well, what? You want to repeat that and define that for us, please?
Prince, wirelessly update latest scientific logs, and I'm running towards the airlock.
Of course, Dr. Crud. The ship will be purged in 24 seconds.
So, purged as in meaning all biological life will be dead.
I turn around and I go, a fucking purge! Crud! The purge kind of purge! Get ready to run!
Why?
That is correct,
I'm an
Dr. Crud.
android. It doesn't affect me, dumbass.
Incineration is specifically the purge that has been installed in this ship. 21
How-
seconds remaining.
How do us
Dr.
life forms survive this kind of purge, King?
You fucking don't! And then I'm getting into the airlock going towards the bulkhead.
Dr.
All right,
Crud
put
lights
him on
a
in there.
cigar. He ain't worried about a purge.
I understand scientific protocol, and I wouldn't leave a blender out in direct sunlight for too long. Nevertheless, a mechanical device based on biological composition, probably with very delicate circuitry. If the heat gel on my fucking PlayStation is a little bit off, it sounds like a goddamn jet engine. Still suggest, while you might survive, I want my friend intact. So I'm trying to go to the airlock. And also, I know scientific protocol for, if you have a full contagion. I like playing around with how risky you can get in a science lab, but if I know when I trigger this purge, it's a bad.
Yeah, but you can do that, Dr. Crud. You can just stay, but you know that your circuitry is not, completely fire resistant.
What?
And also, I mean, you're an android, not a robot. And
You
also,
can't take a flamethrower to a Dell.
even though
I have a
you
hazard
don't,
suit on.
even though you,
Now
even
that's
though you don't have to
interesting.
breathe, you also know that you will not be able to survive more than a couple minutes in space, just because all your fluids will either freeze and or implode because of pressure differences.
Android, no fluids.
Oh, yes, white fluid, indeed.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we got alien fluid.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
hazard suit, which means I got space. It's a space suit, so I'm fine.
Hazard suit is also not a space suit. That's more like a biohazard suit. But you can try to survive if you want. You know, it's fine.
All right, Dr. Crud will hack into the computer and cancel the bio, whatever it is.
Purge.
It's 12 seconds till the purge. I mean, you can
I'd
probably
also like
imagine
to
that you
hot-foot it
don't
to
have the
the
time
airlock.
for that. Cordelia is also going to the airlock. All right.
Yeah.
I will say if you manage to hack it and you can get a crit on that, you can be fast enough to do it. Anything else, you're not fast enough to do it, and you will be purged. But you can try it. I'll allow it.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to try it. Fuck it.
Uh,
Who the hell
I,
cares?
I scream at Cordelia, what's your email address?
So my intellect is 60. My expert is 15,
Yeah.
which means it's 75, correct?
Yes.
So what does the 66 get me?
A 66.
A
That is
66.
that is a crit success. So, all right. Strangely enough, with 6 seconds left on the clock and both William and Cordelia dashing into the airlock, you hear the voice of King ring out again. Emergency purse neutralized. Timer ended.
Cordelia, sliding in under the closing airlock door, just like Indiana Jones or whatever. Like last second, looks up. Does that mean it ain't happening?
So, I'm glad you asked that. You have ended this this purge sequence. You have not removed the contagion that it's initially responded to. So you hear the voice of Ging ring out. Doo-doo-doo. Biological organism detected in the ship. Starting purge sequence according to guidelines. La, 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 la. So the timer restarts at 30 seconds. As long as this organism is on the ship, it will likely keep resetting to that.
I yell
But
at
you got
Crud.
30 seconds again.
Crud, just get in the fucking airlock, let the purge go, and then our ship is good. If you're gonna hack it, tell it to go through the paneling to get into the guts of the ship as well.
Well, wouldn't the airlock mean you're being blown out into space because it's an airlock?
We're still attached to the other ship, so we've got that.
Oh, you want to go into the other ship?
Also,
okay.
I'm envisioning, tell me if I'm wrong, DM, that it's like those like flat, like line-shaped lasers that go over the room, like super, super, super heated. And like that's instead of just, or does it just literally fill with fire?
As far the only thing you know is the incineration module has been installed for purge properties.
Okay, I would argue I definitely know what that is because of the nature of my work. So I'm
yeah.
not going to fucking accidentally send off incineration protocols, even though I'm a sloppy scientist. So like,
That's fair enough.
could I argue I do know them?
You know that the ship will be filled with fire. You don't know in what condition the ship will be after that happens. This is a very extreme failsafe.
Could I make some sort of check to tell if it would at least be flyable or not?
Do you have any like engineering or mechanical skills?
No, I have archaeology.
You can make an intelligence roll to give your best guess if you want.
Okay, so... Oh, I really doubt it. That's a 50. What is my score? 42. Nope.
All right. As you're racking your brain for any information about the ship, you're just like, fuck. Please take one stress.
Oh, fuck!
Any roll you fill is a stress. All right, 20 seconds on the clock. Counting down. You both are in the airlock.
Do we have...
you do know that you are safer in the airlock than on the Icarus, definitely. But you know the airlock itself might be damaged from this as well. So you know you can stay here if you want. You can make your way over to the bulkhead again, whatever you want.
would Cordelia know the armory well enough to know if we have hand portable flamethrowers equipped?
Do you wanna take the time to go to the weapon storage and find out?
No, just offhand. She would be the one who accounts for them and cleans them and keeps them in order.
Fair. I was gonna like give you like a luck roll when you're in there. Off the top of your head, you know you have like small burners, but not like large flamethrowers.
Okay.
There's not many.
So
there's
more
not many
like
jobs
cutting torches than flamethrowers. Okay.
Yeah, or like Bunsen burners, stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, 15 seconds on the countdown clock. You both are still in the airlock. What is Dr. Crud doing? Oh, since you're still on the ship and apparently not at the airlock, you see that the what is left of the captain is exiting the cockpit and is coming towards you. You see that cables from the ship like break out of the paneling and inject into her body as he's walking.
All right, that's not good. Guys, should I set this, or girls and guys, should I set the self-destruct before coming and joining you? And we'll just take this other ship?
Bulkhead's a bigger ship. I bet it has cannons. Get the fuck in the airlock so we can get the fuck away from this. Come on, Crud. You're an android. You're not immune. Don't get my buddy sick. I won't let you kill my friend. Get in the airlock.
I'm just asking if I set the self-destruct before heading over there.
I don't think so. I think the purge should take care of everything, and whether we have a ship after that or not. 6 seconds.
Dr. Crud runs and shoots again behind his back as he runs.
All right, make me a combat roll.
Combat. Oh, that is definitely a failure. That's 66 out of a 26 combat.
Is that a crit failure?
Yeah, that is a crit failure.
Order 66.
Please take one stress and make a panic roll as you miss the captain, but you do manage to hit. Oh God, what are you gonna make you hit?
Okay, take a stress and what?
And make a panic roll. Any crit failure initiates a panic roll.
I mean, that's redundant.
Oh, that's a D20, right?
Yeah, that's a D20.
19.
All right, so you don't have 19 stress, so you're good.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Gosh, what do we want to destroy, guys? Give me something good.
It hits the windscreen right in front.
Yeah, just shoots out the cockpit.
Okay. Failing forward, it would eject the cargo bay. That way, like, the load that we're supposed to get is lost, but if we really wanted to get it back, it's at least in the vicinity of the ship.
I like that. that. You shoot past the captain and hit the console of the cockpit, and several things fail, and one of them is the cargo hold door start opening, which does mean that Crud, you start feeling a sucking feeling coming from the cargo hold area, but you have made it to the airlock. So all three of you are inside. All three of you are inside the airlock. 3 seconds left.
Damn you, Cecilia! What the hell did you do?
I'm not the one firing guns all willy-nilly over my shoulder. Like, that is not proper training. Are you training that weapon at all? How did you even get it?
Look, just because I have to mark down one more round fired doesn't mean it's not your fault.
William just starts doing a rising scream where he's like, like until he's just full-throated yelling in the airlock.
Purge initiated. As you look behind you, you see flames erupt on the other side of the airlock door towards the Icarus. They explode out of both the cockpit, the open airlock door, and engulf around the side of the Icarus as well, briefly bathing the image of the wax-winged figure on the side with flames. The flames start licking at the airlock door as well, and it starts becoming damaged, opening a hole into the airlock and starting sucking out the air. You are now in an airlock that is quickly depressurizing. And before we go on, I think this is a good place to take a break. After which we will see if our intrepid heroes can make it out of this airlock before being sucked into space. Joining us today were Cordelia.
Well, for the next few seconds, I'm Cordelia.
Dr. Crud.
I don't need to breathe.
You're not immune to space. And William.
Cordelia, stop cussing.
All right, see you after the break, everyone.
We hope that you're enjoying this episode of the Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. please leave us a review on iTunes.com. If you leave us a review, we'll read it on air. It's fun listening to the words of your review get read by the characters you know and love, so go to iTunes.com and leave us a review today. Can you think of someone who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. Is their birthday coming up? A special anniversary? Would you like us to wish them a happy day on your behalf? You can arrange for us to read your shout-out on air at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com through our partnership with the website Buy Me a Coffee. Do you enjoy reading books? You can find paperbacks and ebooks based on our adventures on Amazon.com in the bookstore, Fire Breathing Kittens, that part's all one word, podcast. The authors do a great job of adapting the stories into fun novels. We also have official merchandise on Redbubble.com. Imagine owning a notepad with the Fire Breathing Kitten logo on the front, or a t-shirt with one of your favorite characters. And lastly, I'd like to take a moment to sincerely thank all of you. We don't pay to advertise this show, so the only way we can grow is through the support of listeners like you. Thank you.
Welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens. Currently, our intrepid heroes are caught in a decompressing airlock. Oh no! We are joined today by Cordelia.
Howdy, y'all.
Dr. Crud.
I'm an android. That means I'm immortal. Duh.
And William.
There's some orange goo that's going to kill us all.
Alright, so we are stuck in a decompressing air tube. The ship that you came here on is on fire behind you in space, which will not be on fire for long because the vacuum will suck out all the air. The fire has damaged the airlock and it is slowly breaking apart and falling off. How are you guys going to get out of this?
Well, I don't need to breathe.
You will freeze. You will still freeze.
I perform the QuickTime event, pressing X, square, and triangle in order to run to the end of the crumbling airlock and get into the ship.
Which ship?
I mean, yeah, which ship? Sure.
Ooh, that's very interesting, actually. Do I know that the decontamination sequence has finished?
The Icarus is still currently on fire.
Okay, I have a question. What if I hit up, down, left, right, A, B, start?
I mean, this sounds like a strength check.
Okay.
But I'm assuming William is running towards the bulkhead, the ship that is not currently on fire and probably breaking apart.
Yeah, I could not confirm that the decontamination sequence wouldn't destroy the functionality of the ship, so I'm going to put my money on the big mother.
All right, and I heard something about running, so you're going to have to make a strength stat for that. What are the other two doing? Speed stat, sorry, that wasn't strength. Speed, because fast.
What size hole is kind of forming in this, in between the airlock and the Icarus?
The airlock is slowly being torn off. The Icarus is no longer maintaining its stable trajectory on the side of the larger vessel, so it's starting to drift off, and it's pulling, their side of the airlock away, which is just tearing it apart.
Okay, so it's not like a hole burning through, it's more the whole ship is pulling away.
Yeah,
Okay.
Both at the same time. Yeah.
We're about to be in a windsock at a interstellar level.
Yeah, that's not a great spot to be. So I will likewise hightail it toward the bulkhead.
All right. Dr. Crud, you're just going to jump into space because you can never die, or...
William will not allow that. Because he needs to eventually win the stealing contest, and he will not let Dr. Crud die until he knows they can go on the next job and actually make some money.
All right.
Well, Dr. Crud will make for the big cargo ship.
All right.
Because
so I'm gonna
the
need...
Icarus is on fire, so...
All right. So since you're in a state of decompression, I'm first going to need... you're all going to take one stress, and after that, everybody needs to make a speed roll to get to the other airlock before it's, decompressed enough that you get maybe sucked out.
You did ask me to roll that, and I succeeded.
Nice.
Though I would like it. I know
close.
the listeners won't be able to see, but would you like the green dice or the pink dice to be the first digit?
All right, sure.
No, that was a either or, not a yes or no. Should the green dice or the pink dice be my first digit? I don't have one of those.
That's up to you with how you've been rolling. I mean,
Pink.
Okay, cool. Because I'm using like which one's on the left and right, and I'm rolling pretty well, so I feel like I'm cheating. So now I have a defined digit, no matter what. So pink is first digit.
You see, if you use dice like me, one of my 10s has two digits, and the other one has a 1. That's what you're supposed to use.
Yeah, all mine are downstairs though. So
Now, you see, my speed is a 36, and I rolled a 77, so I crit failed.
oh no. All right, so that's one crit fail, one success for William, and what was Cordelia's?
My speed is also 36, but I rolled a 31. So just by the skin of my teeth.
okay.
All right, so Cordelia and William make it to the other airlock and start manually opening
Can I
it.
choose not to?
No, you already made the decision to start doing that, so I'm going to say that happens.
Damn it.
So, Dr. Crud, you start making your way over there as well. But wouldn't you know it, as you start making your way, the ship, the Icarus, veers off, and a large chunk of the airlock is pulled off, and a suction starts dragging you back, and you start clawing your way along the floor as you're being dragged towards the vacuum of space. Please take one stress and make a panic roll because you make a crit failure.
I will do that because you asked so nicely.
Yeah, I'm nice. I'm such a nice DM.
Panic is D20, correct?
Yes, D20, and you want to roll above instead of below.
I rolled an 18.
All right,
I have
that's good.
no idea what my panic is.
Your amount of stress right now.
Okay, so that's an 8. So I'm at 10 over.
You're already at 8 stress? Oh dear.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm
You've
at
been
7.
fucking me over.
Only Cordelia is fine, I think.
Yeah, 4.
All right.
Yeah, okay, the combat-equipped frickin' soccer mom knows what's up, but us science boys are like, we were just trying to get drunk. We were
All we
supposed to
wanted to
deliver
do-
boxes.
We just wanted to rob the shit out of everybody.
We didn't get to
That's
rob
it.
anyone.
Well, if you just wanted to do your jobs, we'd be fine.
Oh, here we go. Now the blaming starts. All right, so Cordelia and William managed to open the airlock door and column slide. It is now opened. A airstream is coming from the bulkhead and going through the damaged airlock. Both of you see Dr. Crud on the floor of the airlock slowly being dragged towards the vacuum of space. Can you do anything to help?
Is there any sort of, I know this is a big pull, fire hose or something with a length of rope? Because since we're in a vacuum, if we extended any sort of rope-like object, it would instantly get sucked out and give Crud something to grab onto.
Or what about like electric or network cable that might be bundled up? There was somebody accessing a wall panel.
Ooh, yeah, we can rip one out. Also, DM, how big is this ship? We're in the vacuum of space, and you said it was miles long. Is it big enough to have a low amount of gravity?
All ships have artificial gravity generators.
No, I mean on the outside. Like, is the ship so large that it has a center of gravity? I forget the name of the show. I believe it's on HBO, and it's with the guy from House. But that's like a big thing in it.
Right,
Avenue 5?
right.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
They got the shit shield, and then they got the
Exactly.
coffins orbiting around it.
Can we shit shield Dr. Crud?
I don't know what the term means, but to answer your question about the gravity, technically, pretty much any ship in space has their own gravity well, but for most, it's so tiny, it's not noticeable. This ship is quite large, so it would have some gravity pull, but it would definitely not exceed like the force of him being ejected out of the airlock.
At least give him an advantage on a roll?
But to answer the question about either, there's no fire hose because, if you just have a fire in the ship, just open airlock somewhere and it goes out. There was an open panel of electronics. There are some panels flying by you. So there is open paneling and open, cables, inside the wall that you can definitely pull out and, make a rope out of. They are glowing orange, though.
Look,
That's
just
great.
tear out your intestines. That will make a rope.
I'm
can try.
honestly, that's not far off from what William was thinking.
It's a terrible idea. so yeah, the electric cable is available. How much do you want it?
I want Crud back. Yeah, I'm at least going to take, I'm going to rip a sort of I imagine that the vacuum of space is ripping up the edges of the airlock.
Mm-hmm.
So I grab a loose pipe and then just take it full force to a panel, exposing some wires, and then with the full force of... Actually, William is pretty strong because Willy, our friend, is a paladin. So he has a little bit of strength. He's a good fighter. Is throwing lengths of cable, knowing that these are covered in orange goo, and just... He doesn't pray because God's not real. Or at least that's what Willy believes.
The corporate overlords are real, though.
Corporate overlords are not gods. No matter how much they masturbate in the mirror.
You take that back.
All right, so I'm hearing your...
Fuck forever.
All right,
also,
so...
you need... I'm just really hoping that Crud will be able to use this like a rope and not be encumbered by the space goo.
Depends if I crit fail again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said, I'm begging for the science to work out. The pure percentiles of it all. All
right, so you rip out some paneling, take out some of this wire, throw it out into the airlock towards Crud. All right, Crud, if you want, you can grab onto it and start climbing. I'm imagining that William is also going to pull, which means you can make a strength save with advantage to see if you can use this to get out of the airlock.
All right, so advantage. Okay, my strength is 35, my friends. So this is going to suck. That's going to be an 83. Let's see, advantage.
You got it. You'll be fine.
34. Holy shit.
Oh!
Holy shit.
The game treads ever westward towards the office.
Holy
wow.
fuck.
Wow. That is...
Oh, fuck. Whoa. Oh.
I love it. I love it when the dice tell the story. All right, so incredibly, against the fast pull of the vacuum of space, Dr. Crud and William together manage to pull him out of the airlock. And as soon as he is in, Cordelia slams the handle, closing the airlock's doors again. And you see the last remains of the airlock tube being torn off as the Icarus floats out into space.
I have a small pitch.
The excess fire slowly dying out from the vacuum around it. Go.
You know how you said the orange goo is prickly and tries to grab onto you?
Maybe.
That's what helped Crud stay connected to the rope. As this thing was trying to pull him in, he was just powerfully breaking away from it. As this thing that is trying to destroy him, he turned into a point of power.
So, speaking of the orange goo...
oh shit.
I wish you wouldn't.
Dr. Crud and William, can you both make me body saves, please?
Buddy. Where's my body? My body is, 21. And I imagine I don't have advantage, right?
No, not on this.
That's a 2.
Oh, snap.
It's an 11. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a crit success.
Oh, wow.
That is. Holy fuck.
Dude,
oh, wow.
I
That's
keep throwing out all of my space gloves, so this whole rope that you're grabbing onto is covered with safe latex.
You put a condom on the tube.
Yeah, I put a condom on the tube.
That's amazing that you both made that. So,
for all you young listeners, turn it off, but also wrap it up.
Oh gosh.
Safe sex is the best sex.
I mean, all right, anyway.
Hey, if we can be pro-sex in this horror game.
So you do manage to latex most of this cable to contain the orange glow, which keeps it from getting inside both of your hands as you're holding on to this. Dr. Crud, you are overwhelmed by just a feeling of elation, like, yeah, no freaking organ is going to affect me today. Please lower your stress by 1. Since you had a great
really?
success.
Cool.
Yeah.
That puts me down to 7.
I actually have an ability that says if anyone's stress gets lowered, everyone's goes down to 0 and we win. So.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, we just won. We don't need to go any further and no one's going to die.
You lying piece of shit.
Shut up!
William.
No!
Something else has been going on in the background a little bit. Can you make a sanity roll for me, please?
I'm sure that's good.
Ooh, that's an 8.
Oh.
I will
All
take
right.
pictures of all my roll just to confirm, but since you
that's-
decided
I
that
believe
pink
you.
dice is first digit, I've had 2 zeros in a row.
Nice. All right. I mean, that's good. All right. So the orange mold that was growing on your lab coat and starting to infect your spinal cord does not manage to take over your mind. And you feel its presence and you just instantly like throw off your lab coat and rip out some strands of orange goo that were slowly crawling into into the back of your neck.
We'll get you a new lab coat next port.
Or
Oh,
you could just
no,
borrow one of mine.
We're going to die here in the next few days.
I mean,
Cordelia pulls out her trinket, which is a manual on it's called Panic, and it's the harbinger of catastrophe. And she hands that over to Willy. And I think you might need this. I don't know when we'll get a spell for you to set and just kind of mull on this, but man, our corporate powers they look after us, and I think. You look through this book and you'll find yourself feeling better. It's got a lot of the answers that I needed in some stressful times, and I know we'll find the answers that you're looking for too.
I double tap a small pamphlet in my hand to my patch that says fuck forever, and I hand you a pamphlet that says the relic of the flesh.
oh,
Willy, when you die, can I have your body? I want to try to install an AI into your brain when you're dead.
Literally all I want is this, and I hold up my personal terminal that is Prince. That is my life's work. It's all of the information that I've gathered about xenomorphs from an unbiased perspective. Like, this is, in my eyes, true knowledge. I mean, again, it's from an individual's perspective, so it's always going to be skewed. But no corporation or government or ideology has affected my opinion. These are my findings. So I say, yeah, go ahead and take the flesh, but just like, this is my life's work. And I know you're chill. And I hand both of them to you.
Message received. When you're dead, I will install Prince into your brain.
I kind of like look at Prince, like, are you cool with that? Like,
baby, I know you want to be cool like me. Let's do this.
I hug Cordelia. And then I pull in Crud, and I start like full on crying.
Yeah,
And I'm
Cordelia
like,
gives great
honestly,
hugs.
guys, I don't think we're gonna make it out of this. But the last years that we've spent together. And then I don't finish my sentence. I just nuzzle myself deeply into this little bit of comfort as we're like at the edge of the vacuum of space, knowing that we are fighting a failing mission, but friendship is enough in this moment for William.
Dr. Crud is handling the back of his neck with his hand, looking for the exact place for the needle insertion for the download.
Willy,
This is very a very astute observation you do there. I was gonna ask Dr. Crud to make an intelligence roll in this
Sure.
embrace, and you're also thank you for going for the neck thing. Do you have any? You have medical training knowledge, right? Something like that.
He should take advantage because I want to guide his hand.
This for something else.
I have a first aid kit and a defibrillator.
Okay, that doesn't help in this case. Just a normal intelligence roll.
Okay. All right. My intelligence is 60, and I rolled a 59.
Wow, how did this keep happening? So you're looking for, where I'm gonna do the access panels, and you feel two bumps on the back of William's neck, and as you glance over while you're hugging, you see that there's two bumps of orange that have where his lab coat was injecting itself into his back.
You fucking motherfucker!
And it's
how dare you!
Even though he ripped it out, you see that there's a little bit left in there. But it's up to you whether you want to share this information or not.
You can share these fucking nuts.
Willy, you have a little bit orange on you. Do you like me to remove that for you?
I would like to make a sanity check.
Go for it.
Okay.
What better experiment than yourself?
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Oh, you wanted a horror game. What's more horrifying than willingly destroying your body?
Sure, go for it.
Okay,
Dr. Crud gave you the choice, so yeah, it's all on you.
And if you fail this roll, everybody stresses around you, so that's great.
Oh, fuck off.
Crud?
Yes?
He points to a point just left on his forehead. A drill at this PSI, at this angle, should be just fine. Go ahead and take a brain sample. I passed my sanity check, but I willingly acquiesce to the procedure.
Dr. Crud opens his chest cavity, pulls out a drill,
sir.
And drills a hole in his head.
Are we looking at a spot at the back of the neck?
Oh, no. You need to get a sample of my frontal tissue to see how the pathogen has spread. Otherwise, my life's work is meaningless. But if he does it correctly, my mental capacity won't be affected at all.
Well, let's find out if he does it correctly. This is gonna be a hard roll because you're doing this out. There's no medical bay here. Just like a guy is pointing there. You don't have any.
Yeah.
So
that's
we
all
wanted
fair.
this
That's
to be
fair.
a horror.
Can I hold a flashlight or hold something steady? Hold the patient steady?
Let me go ahead and paint it for you. You point a flashlight at a small Sharpied X mark on a man's forehead. You hold an industrial, not medical, grade drill with the smallest bit that you could find. This is not the smallest bit available. It's just the smallest you could find.
Well, let me argue that I do have a first aid kit. I am a doctor. I would think I had a medical drill on me.
All right. I don't know if you've opened any medical first aid kits lately. They usually they got Band-Aids and some gauzes and stuff like that. They don't have freaking medical.
You can prevent infection.
But if Cordelia is helping and just, the best thing she can do is just hold your head steady so, the drilling goes well, you can roll without disadvantage.
Okay. What am I rolling?
This is probably intelligence, right? Just to,
Which is my best stat.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. All right. Do we kill William or not?
He's fine.
What does a 40 get me?
I mean, that's a success, right? That's below your stat?
That is 20 below my stat.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter how much
this
upper
is
above.
not
It's just...
the first time that Crud has been inside William's skull.
All right. So, yeah, you expertly drill a well-practiced hole into William's skull. You get out some very tiny tweezers and just take a little prick of brain matter out of there and just I put a Band-Aid on it. There, you're good.
Oh, no, it's a caulking material.
Well, you found that very nice, advanced gel duct tape that you could just plug any hole with to make it airtight.
Oh, that's right. I do have gel duct tape. Yes, I do use that. And you know what? I had a plasma cutter. That is what the drill was.
All right. I am going to ask William to roll 1d10 for damage because you have been punctured, but it's all going pretty well.
Because I punctured you.
Because it's yeah, you
What,
made
you're
a hole in
mad
your head.
that we turned this into the office?
No, I'm happy you're doing it. But I mean, anytime something opens a hole in your body, you're going to take damage in this game because that's how bodies work.
I mean, no, that makes complete sense. You just did have a hole drilled into your head.
For
and
the
a piece of
listeners,
your brain removed.
I'm currently drilling myself in the brain and removing a chunk of my brain, and I feel fine.
Yes, and it only gives you 1d10 damage, which is not even a wound. So I'm being generous here. I should have probably given you a wound. I'm being generous.
As a player, I have just drilled myself in the brain. And you all see this, and I'm doing fine. No,
so
that
try
was
this at home, I guess, because you can apparently do that. So
don't try this at home. We will not be sued. That was 7 damage.
All right. Woo. So that's probably the first damage anyone took. So you have all pre-rolled your 1d10 plus 10 for how much damage you can take per wound. Mm-hmm. If you take any damage that reduces you to 0 on a wound, you take that wound, which causes an effect depending on what type of damage you take, and then the rest of the damage carries over to the next wound until you're dead. But 7 damage is probably you're still fine, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, go. All right, you are all on the bulkhead. The doors are sealed behind you. You seem to be safe for the moment. Willy has just become shirtless because he took off his lab coat because he's now infected. So you're going to need to find some new clothes if you want that sweet 1 armor that normal clothes gives you.
Well, Willy, do you want any more holes drilled in you before we move on?
No, you have a sample of my brain matter at this state, and all of my historical records and prints are the most unadulterated information that I've gathered. So I'm currently okay. I think we should do a hailing frequency and see if someone can save us.
Do you want the orange goo removed from you?
Oh, no. I thought that was clear.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, because...
Look, as your doctor, I have to ask.
No, I died whenever I got this goo. We are in soccer-style extra time right now. My death and my experience with this pathogen will enable further generations to not have to deal with the sickness that I feel. So please, the best thing you can do for me is to record what happens to me so this doesn't happen to anyone again.
But what if you're savable? Real easy. And
would you want me to cure you before you died?
You know that if you remove these pustules, my system is safe? Because it seems like you might be taking an amateur angle at the data set.
Or we can remove it and see what the hell happens.
But we have a control. I am very comfortable being the control.
I'm not. Dr. Crud removes them.
All right, so you're going to try to forcibly undergo surgery on him?
I don't fight back that hard. I don't want to die, but I just tried to do the noble thing. But once someone's like,
we don't want you to die either.
Yeah, I was just trying to do the cool thing, and then I quietly laid down on the table.
All right, okay. More medical procedures, apparently. Okay, so... Oh, jeez. How are you gonna do this? I guess because you see 2 like bulbous pustules in his neck with like veins that's spreading into his neck and his spinal cord area. How are you gonna get this out?
You need to remove the ancillary lymph nodes first, because if you go directly at the source, it might have a response that causes the rest of the body to respond. So you need to remove the things that can respond first. so you have an accurate reading of what you think. I believe, please record me. And I look at Cordelia, and I go, please record me.
She just looks around. Yeah, of course.
Dr. Crud knocks him out.
Oh, all right. So, what, just give a blunt force trauma to the head?
No, whiskey. Lots of whiskey.
No, I don't drink willingly. I need some sort of contested check to be satisfied.
All right, fine. Blood force trauma.
All right, make opposed combat rolls.
I'm going to suck at this.
I got a 6.
All right, that's pretty good.
I got a 50.
All right, I'm assuming that the 50 is over your combat, so that's a failure.
Oh, a lot over, yes.
All right, and the 6 is a success on your part. So William managed to resist you knocking him out. Please take 1 stress for Dr. Crud.
Oh, no.
Are you sure you're a doctor? I don't think this is what doctors do.
Does this like evolve into like a fist fight between you two, or is it just like you guys pushing each other, basically?
I imagine it's just pushing each other.
Yeah, it's very like drunk friends being like, shut up. No, you shut up. No, I just want to make sure my readings are accurately recorded. And then, yeah. I definitely remembered everything that happened.
Dr. Crud takes out a melon baller from his chest compartment and scoops out the orange shit.
The fuck is a melon color?
A melon baller.
Melon baller. You know an ice cream scoop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's that, but for it's slightly smaller.
All right, I'm gonna do a DM call and be like, yeah, you don't have a magical chest cavity that just has whatever you want in there, so you probably are not in space with a melon baller. So I'm gonna say no to that.
A
But
knife?
if we were in the kitchen,
If any of you has any kind of sharp weapon on you or anything, that might work.
I have a revolver.
I have a vibe shitty. I don't think that's the right tool for the job. I think that's for beheading.
A machete will work. It's sharp. Well, okay, what's in the first aid kit? Would a scalpel be in there?
Sure, I'll allow you a scalpel. That's fine.
Then I have a scalpel because I have a first aid kit.
Cordelia, can you, since these two are like tumbling on the floor playing with each other, can you just give me like a quick D100 roll? General D100 roll.
Oh, no.
36.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. You hear from deeper in the corridor a ding from the elevators that you were in earlier, which indicates to you that the elevator doors are accessed by something or someone on this floor.
And how far down is that?
A couple 100 meters, so a lot American.
Yeah, that's a ways down there. In freedom units.
Yeah, freedom yards. All right. So, yeah, go ahead.
Are y'all quiet through playing slap and tickle on the floor there? Somebody's using the elevator. And
Cordelia, shut the fuck up!
I need to cut this orange shit out of his neck. Shut
stop
up.
using the spoon.
Goddamn orange shit, you fucking...
Just deal with the Cordelia while I cut his shit out of his neck.
Yeah,
Crud
right.
hits
And
like a
she'll
nerve
draw her
in my
revolver and trot down the
brainstem.
corridor.
I'm just like...
All right. So you're going down the corridor, revolver in hand. So Crud, you're attempting to cut out this
The orange shit.
The orange shit. Alrighty. I'm gonna say this is like handling a weapon. I'm gonna make you do a combat roll for that.
Combat for
Combat.
for medical shit?
Yeah.
Well, fuck you.
Yeah. Precise handling of a weapon.
That's gonna be a 92.
Oh, that's high.
That's so bad.
I'm glad I
That is
didn't give you the
very
machete.
That is
All right.
very bad.
William, take
wait,
1d5.
real quick. Could we
Oh, yes,
just, aside from the DM, what are all our players drinking tonight?
Whiskey and
Vodka
Coke.
from a plastic bottle.
Texas whiskey and Coke.
I got a Imperial Stout here.
Wow, that's three kinds of players. Holy shit. Some classy drinking, some regular beer drinking, and just, whiskey from vodka from a plastic bottle. Jeez.
All right, so how much did I fuck up Willy?
All right, so Willy, please take another. I think a scalpel is like only 1d5 damage in this game because the scalpel does have stats in this game. So take 1d5 damage for
There's
William.
There's no such thing as a d5.
I got one.
Yeah, there is. There's a 1d10 halved. That's how all these systems do it. And then Dr. Crud, you take a stress because you failed a check, and I'm gonna say that William also takes a stress because someone's cutting in his neck and it's not doing a good job.
Well, you're the one that made me do a combat roll.
Yeah, I mean, if it was an intelligence roll, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So
true. Yeah. That is fair.
Cordelia, as you're walking down the corridor and you hear some yelping from behind you as your work buddies are tumbling on the floor, cutting into each other. You
Classic
see
surgery right there.
Yeah.
You see a man in blue overalls coming down the corridor towards you. He has a large wrench in his hand that, as he approaches you, seems to be fused together with his skin. He is also trailing in his right hand a large, long length of electrical cable.
Howdy, I hate to do this, but you're going to have to stop right there as she'll begin aiming the revolver.
Oh, yeah. As he raises his face up to meet your gaze, you see like his eyes are covered and up in the orange mold as blood streams down them. He's not stopping. He's still coming.
How far out is he?
He is currently far away, as this game calls it, because they use range bands. You are close when you're next to each other, nearby if you're within like walking distance, far away if you're within firing range of weapons, most weapons, and then out of range. So there's a range band.
Yeah, revolver's not great at this kind of range, but she'll keep it trained on him and begin moving into cover, into like one of the doorways along the hallway or whatever, and kind of use that to brace it as she keeps him in the sights. And she'll call out again, "Friend, I really need you to stop where you are and not advance any further. We have well, it's been a bit of a day here, and it'd be great if there didn't have to be any further unpleasantness."
All right. The individual does not seem to respond to that and keeps moving towards you until he is within nearby range. At that point, I think you can shoot him.
Yeah.
And I'll say, because you have been aiming at him and bracing yourself, I'll give you advantage on the combat roll.
Cool.
No, at least you get advantage.
That's an 84 and a 14, so I will take the 14. Which is well under the 42 that I needed.
All right. You can roll your damage for your gun.
Revolver's a 1d10.
Thank you. 5.
All right. You managed to... this thing is also like has some of the orange mold here and there on his body. You managed to shoot him in the chest, which blows off a large chunk of the orange goo, exposing more of his body to more direct damage. You have destroyed this thing's armor and injured him somewhat. And it starts whipping around the piece of electrical cord it has, which is also, of course, covered on the orange mold, and whips it towards you. All right. The other two hear a gunshot. Cordelia, you see this whipping towards you. You can decide how you want to dodge or parry that or whatever you want to do. The other two, you hear a gunshot, and your attention is drawn towards the hallway, and you see what's happening between Cordelia and this new individual that's coming towards you. What would you all like to do?
Dr. Crud's going to continue trying to cut the orange shit out of his neck.
Yeah, William's not going to fight that much. Like, his brain's already been downloaded.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Look, Cordelia is fighting a losing battle. The best thing for this entire crew is to preserve my mind.
That's a pretty egotistical view of things. I mean, maybe
know,
Cordelia has
right?
different...
Prove how I'm wrong.
I agree. I just think we should preserve it in your body.
Oh my god, bodies are so weak. Literally, right now, you're fighting to preserve your body, while these aliens are like, we are goo. We can shoot a lump through your tank, and then your juices we will turn into our eat fluid. Like, there's no way, like, I'm sorry, listeners. It's almost like horror games are fucking stupid. And the idea that you need to play loser is inherently wrong. But,
Alright,
no,
so-
Willy puts his ankles behind his head and waits for something to murder him. And for the listeners, I'm actively leaving the room to smoke weed.
What?
Oh,
All right. So that's
I love
definitely
this
gonna
game
be.
and it's fun.
All right. So Dr. Crud, please make another combat roll to extract the thing from his neck. Cordelia, how would you like to respond to this attack coming towards you? You can try to dodge out of the way, try to brace for it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, she'll fire
the
one
roll.
more time while still aimed, and then use the second half of her action.
No,
to
this
back
is
up.
just purely to
to
either
dodge the
withstand the
attack?
the dodge or withstand or whatever you want to. What do
Yeah,
you
I'd
think
like to
is the
try and
best
drop
idea?
backward.
All right, so make a speed roll for me in that case.
10.
All right, I'm assuming that's a success.
Yeah, under 36.
Nice. All right, you managed to drop and roll out of the way as this electrical cord slams into the ground, breaking apart some of the floor panels, and leaving some of this orange mold on there as well. Dr. Crud, what did you get for your roll?
well, I critted.
Uh-oh.
But
It was a 99.
oh gosh.
So, I mean, it's a crit, right?
You are correct. It is a crit. It's only, in the wrong direction. Oh, look, he's evolving. Only backwards. All right,
Wait,
let me
why
just
is his
quickly.
neck coming off of his head?
All right, so I'm just looking up the scalpel. Scalpel on a crit does the bleeding table, so we're gonna roll for that.
Oh, God.
You please take one stress and make a panic roll because you had a crit failure.
You can do that.
Yeah,
Stress. I'm at 10 now.
Oh, so it's 50-50. Very nice.
Well, 17, so I'm good.
You're good. You're fine. It's nobody's panicking, right? Nobody's panicking.
Not yet.
Man.
So what happens to Willy? I heard bleeding.
Yeah. He's gonna take some damage and then is gonna roll on the bleeding crit table, which is the wounds table basically. If he would have taken a wound from that, you can roll it for him so he can go
Okay.
faster. So please roll. It was apparently 1d10 for scalpel damage, but I'm still gonna keep it at 1d5 because you're using it medically and not to kill someone. So first roll 1d5 damage for him.
I can roll a d4.
Just roll a d10 and half it.
Oh, D10 and have it? Okay. 2.
All right, so that's 2 damage, and then roll a d10 for the wounds table, which goes from 0 to 9.
2 again.
All right, William.
I failed my check on you, my friend.
He crit failed his check on you.
I did.
Okay.
So
Well,
I took a
then I would ask
stress.
so I'm dead, right?
Oh no, you're just getting a bleeding wound. All right, so William, you take 2 damage immediately, and then your wound starts bleeding profusely and spraying around. Both you and Crud get some blood in your eyes, which gives you disadvantage on any roll until you are able to clear your eyes again. So it's all right. It's not too bad. It's not too
I
bad.
hit an artery. I hit his jugular from the back.
Yeah.
You're like an 1800Z doctor in space.
So, as I'm spurting blood out of my neck, I'm trying to give a dissertation on all of the alien subspecies that I know of that can survive bleeding neck wounds. Worms actually can survive mortalities with deep wounds in their neck. I'm going pale. I'm actively dying. But Willy feels nothing.
I mean, by the rules of the game,
he
you're not
feels
dying.
pain, but like he knows that he preserved his knowledge in the indefeatable form of Dr. Crud. So, like, yeah, his physical form is fading. Oh, you wanted it to be scary monster stuff? No, I'm coming at your brain. Think about how scary it is to accept death. You fought
okay with that.
so hard, but the fight's over. You lost. Accept the fact that this is where you die. In this moment,
So-
you could have done more.
As William is giving his death speech, even though he still has some wounds left,
No,
so
I don't
it's
even
fine.
say it. I'm just thinking about it.
Dr. Crud, you notice a couple of things from the sprayed blood. There are some streaks of orange in there, and their presence on the floor seems to be attracting some things. As you see, cables from the wall start snaking out, covered in this orange goo, snaking towards William and the blood.
Don't touch him.
What?
Cordelia, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna backpedal half my move. 36 halved is what, 19?
Oh no, you can just like move one of the distance basically. If you move back, you're just like with Crud and William
Okay.
again. I say.
Yeah, I'll move back one action and then fire again at this extension cord wielding attacker.
Sure, make a combat roll.
Oh, that's a fail. 52. I needed 42. Actually, yeah, no, that fails.
You got? Don't you have firearm skills to add
Nope.
to that?
Hand to hand.
Ah, all right. Well, that's a fear. That's a stress for you.
Yeah, you get
you
stressed
see-
now. How does that feel?
Yeah, you see a pool
half
of
yours.
blood with. You see a pool of blood with orange streaks on the ground. Dr. Crud and William both like covered in blood with trying to wipe it out of their eyes. Metallic-y snake cables coming towards them. You've arrived at another great scene.
And also, Willy is actively trying to get him to not interfere. Because I recorded my last human thoughts. Now
this-
we need an unadulterated data set for a tainted humanoid.
At this
So,
point, this
please don't-
improvised surgery doesn't seem to be helping at all, so I'm kind of on your side here.
You haven't even tried it. How do you know it's not helping?
Because I'm
haven't
standing in your
once-
blood.
You've never tried to stick a scalpel in me.
That's true.
There's an air filter in this ship, and you have an android in the crew. Why not remove one of my tainted organs, stick in one of those things, and use an android as a filter? Asymmetrical thinking. You're an adventurer, Cordelia.
William, please make a sanity roll for me.
I choose to fail it.
Cordelia's actually a space woman, not an adventurer.
This is not for you going insane. This is something else, so please still make the roll.
Fine, but only because I respect you. 76.
All right, so that's a fail, I'm assuming.
Yeah, like I said.
All right, so the orange mold that was making its way through your spinal column and up towards your brain starts infecting your brain as well. You willingly reach out, grab one of the cables, a snake towards you, and jam it into your palm of your hand as you start to fuse with this machine.
Could I choose to jam it in my heart?
Sure, I'll allow it.
I do it.
All right, Cordelia and Dr. Crud, please take one stress and make a panic roll as your companion willingly starts to fuse himself with a machine and tries to attach his heart to this ship, apparently.
Why am I taking stress?
Because he
17,
is a
good here.
scientist and he failed a sanity roll, so he automatically takes some stress.
I'm sorry, you have enough data on the control, so I need to not be the control.
Yeah, I think you're moving towards the I'm becoming an enemy to the party part of the adventure.
I'm moving towards we have a hour and 20 minutes left in this session.
No, you're moving towards the betrayal in the third act by the scientist.
All right, I passed my roll.
Okay, good.
Same. I got 17. I needed a 7.
Oh,
I
wow.
got a 17. I needed an 11.
You guys are doing well in the panic rolls. Wow.
Yeah, it's
All right.
almost like this isn't our first rodeo.
It literally is.
No, come on. Okay, can we make some sort of roll to see if this is the first time this has happened?
I mean, a dangerous and hostile alien infection that you're battling, yes, that's the first time. You are cargo runners. You just, do cargo runs normally. This really doesn't happen.
It's just one of us doing the cargo.
Yeah.
If the cargo's on the other on our ship that's fucking burning in the ball of fire that's separated from where we are at. So we're not cargo runners anymore.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get paid for that.
No. The captain's pissed.
Captain's fucking dead.
Among other things, yeah.
Okay, wait. DM, continue the plot, but on the statement the captain's fucking pissed, that kicks a primal part of William's brain in, where he's like, I need to disagree with Crud in a way that supersedes any sort of hive mind.
All right. By the way, since you directly jam something into your heart, you do take 1 wound.
Oh, I did do that. Whatever. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Just check off 1 wound.
Yeah, I do this all the time.
Yeah, this is fine. All right, so the scene that Cordelia and Dr. Crud see before them is, William just seeming to go along with this virus and getting injected with the machine parts. There is still just a regular old maintenance worker approaching you guys with a wrench and a cable in his hand, and they're still snaking cables on the ground that most of them are attracted towards the blood and start to infuse on that. What would you like to do?
Dr. Crud, are there some sort of escape pods or something on this ship? It looks like it might be time to go.
Well, we can always look for it. Looks like Willy decided he was going to become one with the ship like some dumbass, so
I think we should keep a little distance there. And she's backing up and firing as she's talking at this guy whipping the extension cord.
Can I make a contested check against the group?
What kind of contested check?
We'll get to that.
This is not the first time I've tried to do this.
You keep saying that.
It's this is a really annoying, shitty thing to do. But this isn't the first time I've done this. So I'm just in one of William's moods.
I'm just
so
gonna...
I said...
So far, you guys just had a very, pretty much a boring, normal job here, okay? So
you don't know our backstory.
I do. I control the world.
I haven't seen one prequel episode.
Dr. Crud, some information for you, since Cordelia was asking about escape pods. When you were hacking the terminal earlier and you got the system schematics, you know that there are... Indeed. And you know that there are three different, ship-like things on the ship you could access. There are escape pods, which are very basic and just, eject you from the ship and then have very limited amount of fuel. And after that, you just, stranded in space, basically. There is in one of the cargo holds, you saw information about 2 lots being reserved for a private ship. And you know that there is a captain's ship attached to somewhere in the area of the bridge. So there's three different options for you there.
Well, Cecilia, there's a private, awesome ship in the cargo bay. If we go down there and vet the cargo bay, we will be launched into space. And you know what? Since William wants to become one with the ship, he can become one with the ship.
Yeah.
You saw him jab that shit into his heart, right?
I did. When you looked at those other life readings, how many were around that other ship that you're talking about?
Jim, was that cargo bay empty?
There were no life signs in cargo bay 2, where the ship was.
Cargo bay 2, which is where that ship is empty.
That sounds like a place we should check out.
Is that in the direction of the guy that is closing on us, or is it in the opposite direction?
Yes, you're going to have to move past him to get to the elevators or stairs to go down to the cargo base.
Yeah, I'd like to keep shooting at him as I'm having a chat with the old doc.
Yeah, and Dr. Crud will also shoot at him as he just leaves Willy where he is, because apparently he wishes his fate to be part of the machine. And you know what? Dr. Crud supports him for whatever decision he wants to make.
Okay, I made it noted that this is not the first time Willy has done this. He throws himself into any alien culture he finds.
Literally.
But you guys, as his friends, know to pull him back before he actively murks himself.
He actively murked himself when he shoved that shit into his heart.
Yeah, that's a thing Willy does. And you're his friends, so like deal with it.
Okay. Listeners, just so you know, if you're in a toxic friendship where people just expect you to just pull them back from bad decisions, you are okay to leave that friendship. There's a point where it's just too much, like when someone jams something into his heart. Continue on.
Okay, well, now I don't love this. But, like,
no,
if
you
your
have
friend
regrets
is
about the
actively magical. Dude,
Oh,
I don't know. Alright, fuck. No, I guess Willy just dies then. Never mind.
Well, William, you see your two friends start making way towards the elevator. You also, being part of the crew, it felt good, being part of a collective. But you feel a different collective, like whispering in the back of your mind and being like, "Hello, William. Welcome home." What would you like to do? You can still move around and do things. You are just attached to a cable to the wall now, so your movement range is limited. But, you can still do some things. You're not, lost to the ether yet.
You are part of the Borg now.
I would like to connect to the ships. Well, I guess not the Icarus. Okay, so Prince is still a physical object. So I try to connect to Prince. And then I run query on the letter E, and anything that is in my collective data files as a hive mind that involves the letter E, I would like to download through Prince into the Bulkhead's data mine.
Alright.
I know as a dying figure, and I gave my friends a really clear objective of, like, keep my mind and shit going.
I got your brain. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I'm making a new brain right now.
Oh, jeez. All right. So let's break it down. All right. So
okay, never mind. I did it bad.
No,
I guess I just fucking die.
I like this idea. But so you gave your terminal with Prince to Crud, if I'm correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So accessing your newfound, connection with some kind of electronic, mechanical hive mind thing. Make me an intelligence roll to connect to that device.
This is 36.
And what's your intelligence?
42.
All right. So through this weird alien biomechanical hive mind that you are now starting to connect to, you make a electronic connection to the device in Dr. Crud's chest pocket, I guess. And you are connected to the device and to the Prince AI in there, which is like you're connected in a way that you were unable to connect to this AI before. You are like both communicating via electronic signals now. So Prince feels like a lot realer in your mind in this case. And all right. So what did you can do what you wanted. What exactly did you want to do? You wanted to download information from Prince into your brain up to the hive mind you're connected to, right?
I guess the reverse. Everything in the hive mind, because I failed to check before and now I'm part of this like weird alien thing. I'm trying to download that data into whatever hard drive I'm familiar with, which would be Prince.
All right. Make me a sanity roll to wrestle information out of the hive mind. You're battling minds here.
That's a fail.
All right.
Yeah. Oh my god. Rolled a fucking 60 and my sanity was 55. That sucks.
That's real close. So close, man. All right.
So fucking close.
It's better than a crit fail.
you start extracting information out of the hive mind and transferring it over, and Prince starts to receive it. Prince is reacting to this very weirdly. It's like it's kind of like he's communicating with another AI in a way, because you're like communicating much more electronic level with him. But the hive mind itself is also like it's actively growing and maturing, like in this ship somewhere and in your mind. And after a very short time, it takes over and cuts off your feed and like starts taking over more and more of your brain.
One thing.
Yes.
Dr. Crud, who's like cued in, knows I don't like that. Like one of the last statements, like this is a horror game, that he gets in his like text-based info chat. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Larger spaces between the letters. I hate this. I hate this. Capitalization gets weird. I hate. And
then silence.
Hey,
as Cordelia and Dr. Crud walk away from this scene.
What do you think this means? I mean, it says I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
I mean, it was coming from the Prince terminal, but it sounded strangely not like Prince and more like another voice you're familiar with. There is a...
I'm out. Go. I'm dead.
I was hoping he'd come with us.
I was going to get to that.
This. Go. Like I'm dead. Go.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so you heard William's voice coming from the device in what he said, but you are moving towards the elevator. There is a infected, strange individual in front of you that is in your way. Are you going to get past him, kill him? Like, how are you going to get past him?
What kind of ranges are we working with? Can we go around, or are we going to have to go through, it looks like?
I mean, you can try both, whatever you want.
How far away at this point?
If you want to get around him, it's going to be a speed check to run past him, go to the elevator, or, otherwise just try and confront him.
What distance at this point? You talking nearby?
I'm going to say you're both nearby, yeah.
Yeah, I'll fire the revolver twice.
All right.
Yeah, that is a 20, which succeeds, and 67, which does not.
I mean, you just have to one attack. You just have one action on your turn.
I thought you get 2 per combat round.
No, you can just move a bit and do a thing.
All right.
Yeah.
My bad. That is 10 damage, though.
Oh, nice. All right. I'm going to say from the force of that impact, this individual reels back, slams into the wall, and starts bleeding orange blood and goo out of his chest. And he is momentarily stunned. He's not dead yet, but he can't do anything on his turn. So if you want, you can run past him, or you can try to finish him off. So, Dr. Crud, what would you like to do?
Well, while I run past him, can I just, slide the scalpel across his neck?
Sure, go for it. Make me a combat roll. Make it with advantage, because you're not doing much.
Okay, that's going to be a 53 for the first roll, and a 16 for the second.
All right, I'm assuming that succeeds?
Yes, barely.
All right.
By 10.
All right, I'm going to say you're going to run past, just slice open his neck. You see there's actually quite little blood coming out there, because you see that his esophagus has been replaced by an iron tubing.
Not fair.
But it does break open, and more of this orange goo comes out, and it does seem to finish this individual off, at least until he gets, reintegrated, more and more parts get into him.
It finishes the job. It does the job for now.
It does the job. It's just like, you see, internally there's more parts weird and different about him. He's far from human.
You see, Cecilia, this is how you be a Marine.
Now, I don't tell you how to be a doctor, and that was foolish. Look how close you are. Look at all that gooey orange blood spurting out all near you.
Yeah, but he got on the other doctor and not this doctor, so this doctor is still awesome.
All right. So, with the way clear, you make it to the elevator. You got to go down a couple of levels. You can either use the elevator or the stairs, whichever you want. And then you know the way to... you were going towards cargo hold 2, right? With the private aircraft?
Yes. Yeah, 2.
Yeah,
I prefer the stairs. The elevator is enclosed and full of electronics.
Well, we're on the ship, so the stairs would be enclosed and full of electronics as well.
But I can't see them.
As you see the open elevator, just the light like flickers on and off like a little bit, like ominously.
All right. Well, look, you're the professional Marine, so you're going to be doing the protection, and I'm only down to 4 bullets. So if you want to take the stairs, we'll take the stairs.
I have 2 reloads. Almost done my first, so we can split the second if it comes to it. So yeah, let's take the stairs.
All right. Bye, Willy. We love you.
It's important that we survive. We can make sure that at least his work lives on.
I have a piece of his brain.
I still don't understand how that helps, but I believe you. Y'all are much smarter than me.
All right, you're breaking into the staircase, start making your way down. You hear sounds coming from upstairs as the stairs go up and down to the ship. You know that there are other individuals or creatures on the stairway on top coming towards you. So I'm going to need you both to make a speed roll.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a 6.
that's a 50. I needed a 36.
Ooh, Cordelia, please take 1 stress as you make your way down to the floor where you gotta go. Like this is one of those staircases that goes around, and there's a central hole. And as you're almost at the floor, you gotta go to. Someone falls down the central stairway and grabs Cordelia by the arm and almost yanks her off. You are hanging half over the railing, which still goes down like maybe 20, 30 more stories. And there's a clearly infected individual hanging on you. You see that it's...
Can it be William? Because, she asked a question of, I don't understand how this, benefits him. And I would like to explain that by almost murdering you.
Don't worry, we'll get to William again in a sec. William was up against the wall with cable stuff, so he wasn't coming down the stairs from up top.
Yeah, okay, so all William fans, I was denied, and find him in the comments.
Yes, please leave a lot of comments about how this is unfair.
Destroy him.
And also
I call
some
to
reviews.
arm my goblins.
So what you see hanging on you is basically a head, a torso, and 2 stumpy half legs with electronics sticking out of it.
And clearly a patch that says "fuck forever."
That's a common patch. That's a common patch.
It is a common
It's a
patch.
common patch. Okay. I will see you in the parking lots of the internet at 4 o'clock.
This appears to have been another mechanic. He has some old burn scars on his face, which you assume is radiation damage. So maybe he was working in the reactor room or handling radioactive materials, anything like that. He is trying to pull you down with him. Eyes covered with orange goo, blood on his face. You know how it is. All right, you are wrestling with this individual while going down the stairs. How would you like to deal with this?
I would like to pull my Vibesheti, which I have very lovingly appellated Vim Vibe Vaporize, and just draw cut and try and sever that at the wrist.
All right, please make me a combat roll.
Ooh, that's a 20. I needed a 42, so that's a success.
Nice. All right. Yeah, no problem at all to you. You can roll damage for me if you want, but you're definitely going to succeed on this. Because it's 3d10 damage?
I believe it's 3d10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Five Shetty is insane.
18?
Yeah, that'll do. You slice the arm clean off and hear some gung, 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 as this individual falls further and further down the stairs, hitting some things on the way. You pull off the remaining bits of arm that were on you and make your way further down. All right, you are on the floor that leads to a cargo hold 2, which takes up most of this floor. So you are on one of those overhanging walkways that goes around the cargo hold. This is a giant. If you think one of those large transport ships on the sea that are just filled with containers, this hold is basically the size of one of those. And you see a lot of storage containers in there. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Well, would Dr. Crud know which storage container it is because he hacked the system earlier?
If you look around, you see that one of the cargo containers are basically like slotted into lots, and two of the lots do not have containers on them. There, you can just see a small personal spacecraft, something like you would imagine like a racing craft. It looks very sleek and fast. It can hold like maybe like two or three people in the seats. No cargo area or anything like that. This is a personal fun. It's a fun yacht, you know, for some rich dude.
Cordelia, you head towards that little boat ship right there. I'm going to go to this control panel and set a decompression for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to meet you in the ship.
All right.
I assume 2 minutes is plenty of time to get to the ship.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
All right, you make your way over to a terminal that controls this bay. With your level of access, you not have control to do that, but you can try and hack it to get that access if you want.
Oh, I want to hack it. That is going to be a 34, which I needed a 75 or less. So.
All right. William, in your new state of being, drifting through a large sea of individuals and minds, it feels as if someone like breaks open a door into your head and just like starts poking into it, and subconsciously you automatically like kind of focus on that, see what it is, and somehow you see a vision of Dr. Crud in front of a terminal trying to do what he wants to do. Since you are connected to both this hive mind and electronics in the ship, would you like to help or interfere in any way with what he is attempting to do?
There's good in you.
If you would entertain me, I would like to do both.
Oh, here we go. Yep, we're giving you the option to murder your friends along with yourself. Yeah, go for it.
So I'm part of a hive mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do I think? And keep in mind that, like, a average D&D 3.5 round is 6 seconds. But the speed of thought is but mere milliseconds. And if we were amongst a hive mind, you could have a full conversation in less than a fraction of a round. Who's in charge here?
Dr. Crud the third.
No. Hush, hush, Crud. I'm talking to God.
Just having a wee little conversation with God here. You are one among many. There is currently no like overarching pressing
do I ever hear an echo of my own thoughts? Is any other of the hive wondering who's in charge? Or is this full unilateral thinking over tens of thousands of minds? Oh, did you think
There's a lot of
you
words
were
there.
in charge?
Oh no, look at that. Oh, the hive mind at the blackout. Oh, look at that. You thought you were in charge for a second.
Oh, I just found a taco in my refrigerator. Now who
like I
has
said,
a taco?
Me
Dr.
as
Crud
well.
the third.
Yeah, as well.
God damn it. All right, well, look,
Right, anyway,
I didn't mean
like
to
I said,
challenge you, but you get the
are
spirit
one-
of what I was saying.
You are one among many here. You have still a lot of your own individual thoughts. They are just slowly being absorbed into this whole. So there are parts of you missing, but there are still parts of you remaining. So you can decide for yourself how much that is.
I don't have any skills that would benefit me. I guess the best thing I could do is xenobiology to try to figure out what the true intention of this race is, like, from an exterior stance. Like,
All right.
like, not that they're evil because they kill people. It's like, what is the overall goal of this species? Is it propagation? Is it expansion? Is it cultural domination? What kind of Civilization 5, I'm talking about the video game, are they going for victory-wise?
All right. I know what I'm going to say. All right. Make your roll for that.
It's
like
gonna
probe-
be bad.
Probe deep into the being that this thing is.
What check am I making?
You wanted to do xenobiology, right? Just with intelligence, because you're probing with your mind.
Well, it's intelligence plus 20, right? Because well, I guess it's a 56 then.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, with what parts of Willy still remain? The core of him, the scientist, the explorer, the one who wants to find the answer. It reaches out and probes deep into the core of this being, trying to find its will, its purpose, its end goal. And what you find there is disturbing, to say the least. You see slogans as you hear in your mind, "We will feed the whole galaxy. Everyone will consume us all. Come on, come on." And you see the words CDE, do the right thing, consent, echoing over and over. And you feel that the origin of this thing, it might not be the intended creation, but the origin of this thing is a combination of consent dairy industry products and its programming. Does that answer your question?
No, but I have an action.
What is your action?
I would like to make any sort of contested check to put ass in as many slogans as I can. Because now it's very clear why William died. He needs to be a troll in the system. This wasn't even a fun accident. This was some sort of Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're going to get to that.
Died. He is silenced.
All right. So, Dr. Crud, you were hacking the thing. You had made the hack thing, right? No, we're going to get to. All right. You set the timer for 2 minutes. Both you and Cordelia make it down to the ship. It's probably not even locked because it's like in transit. So who's gonna take it? We'll just take it out there. Get inside the ship. 2 minutes pass. The area starts to decompress, and when it's decompressed, the cargo bay door opens. Any of you have any piloting skills?
Nope.
All right. Cool.
I have computers, mathematics, and linguistics, and hacking.
Yeah, military training might incorporate a couple vehicles, but that's about it.
All right, you can make a stat roll of your choice, both of you, to see if you how well you get this thing out of here.
That's going to be a 16, which is under anything.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything but intellect that might do it, which is not her. That's a 2!
Wow! All right.
Yeah, my uncle had one of these. Well, it was not as nice, but yeah. Well, you just plop in right here, and she'll be your co-pilot.
Cecilia, you're the captain now.
I don't know that you have a rank high enough to give field promotions, but we can talk about it. And she just starts flipping things on, and you can feel the engines come up.
You rolled a 2. You're the captain.
So, as Cordelia ignites the engines and recalls her childhood memories of, flying in her uncle's ship, joyriding as well, of course. She wasn't always the straight shooter she is today. They take off and zoom out at an incredible speed out of the airlock, probably creating some force which starts drawing out some of the containers as well.
Sorry about that. That's company property. Whoops.
As you fly out, turn over and fly across the side of the CDE bulkhead, you see in large holographic letters on the side, CDE, do the right thing, ass. And as you're flying away, the little computer in Dr. Crud's chest chimes up, and inside there you see Prince just looking very confused, and then it's glitches over into the image of William, and then glitches back to Prince.
It's a little bit memory, it's a little bit soul, it's a little bit orange goo. None of it's good, but it's all William.
And as 2 of our players fly away to safety and 1 enjoys being integrated with a xenobiology hive mind, we are ending this episode of Fire Breathing Kittens. Joined today we were by Cordelia.
Yeah, don't shove cables into your heart, probably. Unless your heart tells you that's what you want to do. In this case, follow your heart. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Who is a doctor is Dr. Crud, the third.
Yeah, don't shove shit in your heart. Don't do it.
And William.
Fuck.
And as you all fly away into the darkness of space, somewhere out there, a relay station starts broadcasting a received transmission. This is CDE licensed Captain Maxime Price. No! Maxime Price, sending an emergency pickup request to all CDE CDE vessels. The Icarus contains valuable and proprietary company equipment that must be retrieved as per company guidelines. CDE, do the right thing. Ass. And with that...
does he have weapons? We need to blow that shit up.
It's funny because they said ass.
With that, we end this episode of Fire Breathing Kittens. Good night and good luck.
So you're looking for a podcast to help you grow your business, stay in the motivational millionaire mindset to get things done, and listen to some great $1 million interviews with real successful business owners that can teach you how they actually did it. Well, guess what? I got the podcast for you. Come on over and come with me, Janice Morton, host of Your Small Business Podcast. You know, it's like a one-stop shop for happy hour with a girlfriend mixed in with some business talk. Come on over to Your Small Business Podcast and let's make this money.
Keep listening to the other channels, Art and Heart, and the Yeti Radio. You already know on silviadosantos.net/podcast. You'll find the other channels, Art and Heart, the Yeti Radio. But tonight, let's start the new one, Vox Papilio. Enough said. So, I'm Silvia Dos Santos. Yeah, you already know. And kids, grown-ups, enjoy.